Hello. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to this week's episode of Dicecream Sandwich. As I quickly adjust the camera. Camera adjustments are good. There we go.
Spinach dip.
And
Dobby's huge.
Happy Tuesday. Spinach dip.
Don't free Dobby's balls.
That is the name of our episode today. Don't free Dobby balls.
Okay.
If you can actually work that in, I will be very impressed.
Awesome.
No.
Alrighty, we're live right out of the gate. Cedric the Bard just followed us. Oh my god. Hi, Cedric. Yeah.
Cedric? And know that Harry Potter reference?
Cedric
Another, yeah. Oh man.
Cedric Diggory
He's a
loves
bard.
getting pegged.
Kevin, he's a bard who died.
Oh
no.
Oh.
my kind of guy.
Like what? Are we missing one?
Awesome. So we are on episode
Yeah.
19 of Dicecream Sandwich this week.
Davis?
Yeah.
We're actually legal, guys. We can go out and get a drink.
What?
19.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Gosh.
I mean, we could.
We were in Alberta this whole time. We were drinking last episode.
Should we do something special for episode 20?
For episode 20? Well, we're doing. Isn't that the big?
Shit, we should have a quinceañera.
No, it's not. That's the one after. Yeah.
We missed that one. I'm celebrating
Less's
it.
quinceañera episode.
But we do have some awesome stuff this week. First off, Kevin.
Yeah, so we did our first social media giveaways, which people crushed it on Instagram. We got, I think, the end total was like over 90 comments
Damn.
on that without doing any ads or putting money behind or anything. So thank you all for participating. And we did a smaller one on Twitter, but we were giving away this pack of D&D spell book cards, arcane cards. It's
Double
right up
Damn. You got.
You can showcase it to that camera.
Two.
And the winner of the Instagram giveaway, if you could guess it by looking at their comments, is Dungeons and Drakes. Dungeons and Drakes, who commented a bajillion times. You definitely worked for it, my friend. So, congratulations, you won the spellbook cards. We will get that to you eventually. And the dice set that I have for Twitter, which I forgot because I'm too excited to play.
I wish we had like.
Charles Walker.
Chuck
motherfucking Walker.
Fucking Chuck Walker.
On Twitter.
It's a good bit though.
His Twitter handle though is
Chuck
it went
Walker.
away,
Bernard Sanders is running
and
for
it's
president.
coming back to me.
No, Bernard.
It's at Fallen Monk D20. Fallen Monk D20 on Twitter.
I missed that show too.
You have won a set of dice, and we will also get that to you ASAP.
Yes.
So
Congrats, winner.
thank you guys. We got up a few Instagram followers, but that thing seems to keep skyrocketing. But our Twitch went from 40
to 68.
68
Wow.
in
You like
like
us, you
a
like
week's
us.
time.
Yeah,
So
in a
it
week's
was my
time,
dad.
while we weren't
68.
streaming, so
That's
we don't
almost
have
nice.
any of their
Yeah.
names. So we're just
No.
like, thank you, general people who are following us.
You're all awesome.
You are
28
all
people
awesome.
who followed us. We appreciate you. We might not know your
I can't
names.
wait till we
But
By
we
commenting
appreciate every single one.
Yeah.
Or like comment in the stream.
Yeah,
and
comment in the
we'll
stream.
say thank you to you.
Yeah, or like unfollow us and refollow. No.
No.
Don't do that.
No.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Also, Taylor, this is my voice.
Yeah.
My voice is still somewhat the same. Do not fear. I use a voice.
A voice.
My accent is still somewhat there.
This is Emma's voice. Hope's voice is different.
It's true. People are allowed to have multiple voices.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem likely.
Thanks, Taylor, for concerned about my voice.
Aw.
For watching the stream.
Yeah, for watching the stream and being worried that like my accent had like fucked up massively.
Oh.
The Canadian
Your
lens
accent
have
has
changed
taken over.
you.
Emma, did you have a
Yeah.
stroke? Why are you different?
Oh, no, I just, yeah, it's basically if I'm around British people, like the Britishness kind of goes like,
Yeah.
like,
In
yeah.
your face.
It's
Gee,
like,
Crocus.
or like also just like, it's like teabag, like, I need being around, yeah, being around some British people, it's like adding another teabag in my pot. Yes, take that how you
The
will.
image is going to be burned into my brain
Yeah.
the whole
We're
time.
done. And on that bombshell, we're going to go ahead and play our opening that everybody forgot that we had. We're so excited. Thank you again, Just a Shop for this. Here we go, guys. back.
Hey.
Hey.
Hagrid sucks.
Sorry, you're saying, Jesse, that song, you picked it.
Why?
Why?
Fan. I love it. It's a good song.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then you just listen to it over and over again, and you're like,
It's still a good song.
still a good song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
interesting.
Oh, big
All
fan.
right, yeah. When we get to 100 followers,
Support
Kevin
them.
and I will do the acapella version.
Yeah. The rest of us will.
No one will
be
listen.
involved.
And
Yeah,
everyone,
well, I'll just be sitting on the other couch.
I'll
Yeah.
prompt in the background.
I will not be here for that episode.
Alrighty, so
Well,
to catch everybody up on what transpired last week, we did have a rather important session last week.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, after 5 days of being in the village of Vallaki,
Only 5 days.
only 5 days, after burning down a house, after attending a festival,
Allegedly, nothing was proved.
That's true.
No,
Keep the facts straight.
after trying to make a bit of a name for yourselves within the people, trying to show that you can do good, in addition to the claims that were made against you, unsubstantiated as they were.
Also low-key planning a coup.
Also, low-key planning a coup. That
Allegedly as well.
Because we're good
Allegedly.
people.
Well, not even allegedly, that no one even knows about
That's
and
right.
no one has said anything about it. It's just you're doing it, but no one knows.
Good times.
But
we are.
in addition to all of those, you eventually were brought to the tribunal for your actions against the village, as dictated by Henrik Vanderwerk, the local coffin maker. You managed to subvert some of the questions during the tribunal, present a strong defense for yourselves, whereupon you eventually were found not guilty of the claims that had been made against you. And with the help of some very lucky and unlucky rolls, managed to have a essentially full clear pardon on all of the charges that were laid. The only thing really that seemed to stick was the fact that you had gone to the prayer grounds to Paylor. You had stolen, in their eyes, a shield, borrowed a shield,
That was an
however you would like to
archaeological
put it.
day. What?
And you decided to not turn this shield over to the burgomaster, instead deciding to keep it with the promise that you would be using it to eventually defeat Strahd.
Yes, it's definitely borrowing, and we're just doing an Indiana Jones. It will go to where it needs to be.
A government warehouse?
God.
Area 51,
There
Barovia.
we go.
Sorry,
Anyway.
kids.
On from there, you were also given the ability to question Henrik van der Rohe regarding the actions that now the burgomaster and the rest of the council had believed that you that he had actually committed, that there were vampires inside the village. You went to sleep for the evening, woke up the following day nice and early, and eventually made your way back to the barracks area and found him having almost been murdered in his sleep. The two guards stationed out front of his door, both throats cut, bled out onto the ground, and the man himself clinging to life as Leaf desperately threw a healing spell in there to make sure that he did not pass away. Surprisingly resisting several magical effects until eventually the doctor's charm person took hold.
And it became a fucking after school special.
Dude.
It kind of did, yeah.
What's up with that, bro?
And some crazy shit.
It was cool.
You eventually found out that the vampires apparently had been brought in by somebody else who had killed his wife and promised to revive her should this task be completed successfully. However, now with the attempt on his life, he's being placed under full lock and key guard, and you have free reign to the village for what you would like to do. So we pick up with all of you departing from the barracks and making your way into the center of town, deciding what it is you would like to do next.
Yeah. Okay. Also, can I just confirm? I thought you said that his wife died of natural causes.
Sorry, of natural causes, I apologize. Yes, it's that she was promised to resuscitate, to revive her.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to confirm.
Yeah, no, sorry, that was my mistake.
And Big Boy Isaac was kind of sketchy.
Do we have any talking music?
No.
No.
We
Write your
don't
own.
need
I
music.
originally
We're
wanted to do some
American.
music. Go on. Oh, this was a mistake.
No, right, that was a do we get really what we wanted out of that? I don't know.
Well, no, I'm in fucking jail.
We have more questions than we did answers, I think.
And finally, at least it's a relief to know why Henrik did the things he did.
You almost feel bad for the mom. Almost.
I know.
He's kind of a jerk to us.
But there were a couple things that seemed pretty off about old Mr. Strasny.
We agree. And the fact that he would not say anything about Victor.
I think he's likely been ordered to say nothing.
Yeah, absolutely.
It seems like the boy has been kept inside all his life. Deliberately. It seems that the father is very protective of the son, so likely Isaac is not allowed to speak of him.
Yeah, Isaac did get a little frustrated with me when I started to ask him questions. I don't think that I should be asking any more questions of those sorts.
There's something more though, because Isaac's reaction when we asked him if Victor had known where Henrik was being kept, he lied at first until we still called him out about it. Not to mention all of the suspicious activity we've seen with Victor since we actually met him in person. Seeing his pale skin and knowing that he was the only one who didn't know or he was the only one who knew the vampire spawn were being kept at Henrik's. I think it's very likely he's involved in some way.
It seems like old Victor might have some skeletons in the closet. Doc's slowly trying to harass you.
So, what are we doing now? I mean, it seems as if we, fucking sneeze in this place, we're gonna get arrested.
And we can, just between all of us, the guards don't look particularly well armored, we could probably handle them. But, if we're not looking to cause that much trouble, I'm certain there are other things we could do.
Yeah, we may as well let the heat die down for a little bit.
I agree with that, and I agree very much with Leaf. I think we are being very carefully watched.
If I have to get one more awkward stare in my face, I'm gonna snap somebody's neck.
You should do it, that sounds fun.
Please don't do that, Les.
Do that.
If need be, I will hold your hand to deter you from doing such a thing.
You don't need neck snapping to hold my hand. You can hold it whenever you like.
That is good to know, but yes.
I can snap necks as well if you like. I can do
I'd
that
rather
too.
you did not.
Snapping next sounds like a fun thing to do.
Well, I think we've overstayed our welcome in this town, and we have many other places to go and do more research, which again, the reason we're here, taking down that fang fuck.
Yes, I think perhaps we should go out of the west side of the city and visit those people that...
The Vistani camp?
Yes.
Should be quite quiet about that because we've been forbidden. That's the word I was looking for. God damn it.
Forbidden. It is
Forbidden.
taboo.
Forbidden from going there and speaking and interacting with it.
Well, I can cast
That.
They'll never know.
cast without trace.
I think we should act as if we're going in another direction and then loop back.
Oh,
You know
but
what
then
might
we'll
be
have to
nice?
go through the forest.
We could always leave the city, go for a nice lake vacation, up at Lake Zarabitch. That's his name now. And maybe see what's to see there, then double back to the old Vistani camp.
I think that
But actually-
Yevgeny and Zoldar mentioned that was a more than one day sort of ordeal.
Excursion.
Yeah.
That might be a good way if we're gonna have to go through it'd probably be a good way to get out of town, though.
Yeah, because then we don't have to, be all sneaky types.
Well, I think the Vistani camp is still some way from the city. I don't think it would be incredibly obvious what we're doing. We've been told we can
Come and go.
as we please.
Yeah.
If anyone questions us, we could say we're going back to the prayer ground to see if we can find anything to help the city.
We don't need an explanation. We're not prisoners
should
here
be the
anymore.
We
question.
should have an explanation.
I don't think we need one. We've been told
I've
we're
got
free to
one
go.
that's in my fist.
That's my boy.
We
Lex.
should have one
Yes.
prepared if
Oh,
we're
that's
asked. We don't
pretty
need
cool.
one, but we should have one prepared if we're asked.
My explanation is none of your damn business, Mr. Guard.
So are we gonna take your horse to the Vistani camp, Hope?
Cinnamon?
Yes, and I forgot to actually come up with a name again for my horse.
I'm just using
It'll
cinnamon
come
to
when
come up with
it
something.
when it feels right.
In the plane of water, we ride seahorses, and we'd let the names come naturally. Can't force such a thing.
Water cinnamon.
Giant seahorses or tiny seahorses?
Big ones.
Oh, that'd be pretty
I
cool.
thought you meant like a
I'm
You
gonna
know,
start
where it's
walking
like,
towards
would
the
you
gate.
rather fight?
We'll say this
Like those little
conversation.
tiny tricycles.
Like a very strong,
Yeah, you
tiny
know where it's like,
seahorse.
would you rather fight a horse-sized duck
Jordy,
or
I'm
some
walking
50
towards the gate.
duck-sized horses?
Yeah, should we say this conversation is happening as we're heading?
Yeah,
to
go
the-
ahead.
And now we're at the gate.
Now we've noticed they're leaving and we're following them
Oh,
as we're continuing to.
Sorry,
Yes.
sorry, are we going to the Vistani camp or?
I believe, yeah, we're going out of town and then
Yeah.
we're finding a way
Yeah,
to sneak to
'cause
the Vistani.
We're
camp.
just thinking maybe like, not in character. It's just gonna be like a little day trip, like you know, we could have a packed lunch. Just go.
Again, we don't
Nothing
have no
is
reason
concrete.
to let them, like, we can just leave and not
I
be
agree.
like, we're leaving because of this. Like, we're just leaving.
You know what I might like to take a look at before we go? Now, Leaf, you've been looking at our feathered friends quite a bit.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, I'm wondering if we could perhaps talk to our old friend Danica
Yeah, she.
about some floofy little caw-caws.
I think we could definitely.
Caw-caws, that means poop. It's funny.
Oh.
Yeah, no, we can follow up with her. She, doesn't really seem super open about what's going on, but
But
we were
we can
told.
try.
Yeah, no, I
You
think
could
it's
give her a
definitely
little
worth a try.
winkaroo, and she'll be like, with the other one. And
On the way out.
yeah, on the way out,
Sorry.
exactly, as we're passing by the old Blue Water Inn.
I have
Blue
to ask her
Water Inn.
about the trophy that
The
I never
only place
received
you
for
can
my
stay.
drinking championship.
Cool.
All right.
Yes, also,
Where is Your
Leaf,
wife?
if Les
I'm pretty
keeps
popular
threatening to...
today.
well, you're always popular,
Oh,
friend.
thanks.
If Les keeps offering to, like, hit up guards in not a good way, can you hold his other hand?
I can definitely do that.
Great.
We'll see how this turns out. Okay.
All three of us are
So-
holding hands walking up the
Skipping.
street.
Sorry?
Making your way to see Danica?
Yeah.
Danica? Okay.
Yeah.
As we're on the way down.
For old Leaf to give her a
Oh
job.
my god, now I gotta do some RP.
Let's
Alright.
get this.
So,
Roll
making your
up
way
the
back,
sleeves.
heading north from the Burgomaster's Mansion towards the center of town. Passing by the western road, you end up making your way to the Blue Water Inn. Stepping in the door, you see Danica is behind the bar.
Yeah.
Nobody else currently in at the moment. It's kind of mid-morning, a little bit before lunch, so before anyone has really decided to step in for any kind of afternoon snack.
If you guys want to take a seat, I'll see if I can maybe just have a quick little chat with Danica. Doctor, I don't know if you want to.
I'll sidle up to the bar.
You're a bit better with words than I am, so it might be appreciated. I'll suss things out though.
You go. I'll sit
Appreciate
down
it.
over here at the bar.
So, you're gonna sit at the bar, Doctor, and should the rest of us get a table?
You do you, man.
It's probably the best way to.
Hang 10.
Handle that.
But ever since you talked to Henrik,
Yeah, man, it's cool.
It's really been really turned.
This is character growth, everybody.
So yeah, no, I'll
okay.
sidle, I'll kind of wander up to Danica
Yes.
and
Say, hey, Danica, if you have I know you might be busy, but if you have a moment to chat, I'd appreciate it.
Yes, I'm very busy at the moment, as you can clearly see.
Oh, okay, so
What can I do for you?
That was a good joke.
it was we're thinking of heading out of town in a little bit, and we've definitely noticed we were told to follow ravens, and I mean, between you and me, it's pretty cool that you can turn into a raven. And I was just wondering if there's like anything if we're looking at maybe we don't like Strahd a whole lot.
And I'm gonna start kind of like sweating and like look over to the doctor.
And just
Don't you worry, man. I got it. Now,
No, I would like him to speak.
oh, by all means.
okay.
This is very enjoyable for me.
So say we all.
Leaf's gonna cast guidance on him.
Can like you're like what is
Leaf's
it
gonna
like?
cast guidance
I'm
on
gonna
I'm
cast-
just imagining like this little hand appears with like a cloth to wipe away the sweat.
Yeah, profusely sweating.
We just have a small group of friends here, and we're up against a lot with Strahd and everything, and we were told we could trust in the ravens, and this is just me. I was hoping that maybe you might know someone, or you yourself might be able to help us on the next leg of our journey.
You should wink at her like you winked at the raven.
Oh, wink at her like I winked at the raven.
Okay. I was about to say, make a performance check now. She just kind of looks at you with a very calm demeanor that you've seen her have every time that you interact with her in any way. And she just kind of stares back and just, you were told to follow the ravens. Continue to do this.
Is there anything, I appreciate your help. Is there anything, if we maybe see a raven that, we won't know if we know them? Is there like a sign or something we can give, or just to know that we're cool with them, they're cool with us?
Ravens are incredibly smart creatures. If they know you, if they trust you, they will make it clear.
I appreciate that. And might I say the food and everything, it's been great while we've been staying here, really.
I'm quite sure it has.
Appreciate that.
As he's talking, can I stumble up behind him and say, so this drinking trophy, is there like a belt or a ring or
Leaf,
a
let's get out of
sash
here.
Did
or
I
a
do
necklace
good?
I think you did good, buddy.
or a
Oh, sweet.
crown
Did good.
or a cummerbund or
We're walking towards the gate again.
anything.
She gestures at a single empty glass at the end of the table.
That's the trophy?
That is what you get every day that you come in as the champion. Is one glass. Until someone takes
Why
your place.
would we leave?
So
Vallaki
it's
if
a
we have free
special
beer?
glass.
Sounds pretty good, man. Beer's expensive.
You can continue to tell yourself this.
Well, we are on our way out, as my friend has stated.
I'm actually out the door right now.
Uh,
With the rest.
I point to
we're
nobody.
Sorry.
Back here.
I would like. Is there
I
a way
ran outside, I
to
was too scared.
put on an interim champion while I am out of this town? Someone who could take up the responsibilities
Oh, boy.
of being Vallaki's drinking champion.
Those Walker guys seem to be doing a pretty good job.
That's
Yeah,
right.
they're doing great.
Drinking a free glass of wine once a day.
It's heavy that wears the crown, my friend.
No.
Les,
So I'm
It'll
at the
be
gate
okay.
waiting for everyone.
I kind of come up and I kind of just like gently kind of tap Les on the back, like,
it's okay, Les. It'll be waiting for you.
All right. I was
No
going
one-
to say if Kai wanted to.
No one can usurp you as champion with you not being here to do so.
Is
When
that
the
true?
world needed him most, he disappeared.
Is the title no one can take it while I'm gone?
Of course, the title is determined when the festival is held. There is no festival, there will be no change in title.
That is glorious. Thank you very much. And I turn around.
Thank you.
Now this is
Slightly-
character
Danica.
development.
I'm hanging out at the gate doing that thing with cards where you're like,
Where did you get those?
wait, are you Gambit?
I was gonna say, and then every once in a while, you just like, and just one card starts floating in midair.
yeah, that sounds good. I'll do that.
Alrighty, so waiting for the rest of the party to show up. Eventually, they meander their way down, and you are now at the western gate to the village of Vallaki. First time you've set foot outside the gates in several days at this
It's just like Sam and Frodo.
I'll relay
I
the
would've-
information that
This is the furthest
Danica.
from home I've ever been.
I would have gone out and gone up and grabbed all my stuff, my pack and everything.
Well, I assume all of you.
Oh, yeah,
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 okay,
stuff.
okay.
checked out.
You stopped in at the inn. You didn't say it, but I assumed you grabbed your weapons,
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
armor, everything.
Yeah.
Change
Yeah,
underwear.
it's good to clarify though.
Alrighty, so walking up to the gate, eventually the gate becomes unlocked, chains withdrawn, you have free reign, guards are more than willing to let you step out.
Oh, I wave, two-handed wave as we leave.
Yeah, we are like,
I'm walking.
Setting out from the western
Fucking
gates of
hate
the lobby,
cities.
the clanking of metal echoes behind you as the gate closes and the chains and locks are drawn behind you. The main road continues almost due east, with two paths breaking off southward, one just a few feet from the gate, and the other fairly far off in the distance, at least 1,000 feet away. Both seem to run through low brush, eventually reaching the southern side of the forest, outside of the village and disappearing into the darkness. You know, based on the interactions that you had before, one of these two paths will eventually, both of these paths, but one of them will eventually lead to the Vistani camp. So, where would you like to start?
Wait, we know that one of them does?
You know that both of the paths lead to
Oh,
the
both of
camp.
them do,
It
okay.
doesn't matter which one you follow, sorry.
Oh.
Okay,
My words got scrambled there.
That's okay. I was just
should
clarifying.
we
Then I-
take the road more
I
traveled
think
by?
we take the road less traveled by.
Less traveled by. Can I make a...
I think we do too, to avoid any slight.
Is it a survival or a nature check to see which one's traveled along more?
Survival check.
Survival check? Yeah, can I make one?
Can I help?
Oh, and I'll smack that guidance on myself if you don't mind.
It's all you.
Appreciate it.
Is that advantage? Because
Sick, I really needed that.
And it added advantage because
Because
Belief
belief is like,
Bless
you go for it, buddy.
That's
Ooh.
19.
19. Okay.
Was that an 8?
The one directly outside the village seems a little bit. Well, it seems a little bit traveled,
Okay.
not overly so. But you'd have to walk the 1,000 feet down to see the other one.
What if we were to walk 1,000 more? Just to
1,000
be
more.
that man that walks
Oh
the
my
1,000 miles to fall down at your door.
You would find yourself inside a forest.
A bugbear appears.
so just to clarify, the one is like the one path.
The one path is basically directly outside the village, and it kind of spurns
And
off southward.
do we know if there's anything else on the end of that path, or is it just leading from
it
there?
leads from
roads
there
lead
to
to
the
Vistani.
forest, and you know that if you continue to follow that path through the forest, that eventually will lead you to the Vistani camp.
Right, and then is there anything past that? Like, what is that a path that's traveled? That if we go on that path, are they going to know that we're going to the Vistani camp?
Oh.
Like, if
you
we
don't
choose
know.
that path,
You know that it leads to the
is it
Vistani camp.
clearly like, oh, that's where they're going?
You know that it leads to the Vistani camp. You don't know anything else about where that path goes.
Okay.
You would have to ask someone.
I just want to get in.
For all, like, the path does just lead into the forest. You were told that it leads to the Vistani camp.
Okay, well, let's just go
Sure,
there.
let's hit it.
Doing it.
The one close?
Yeah.
Sure.
Wait.
I can always cast Pass Without Trace. I'm trying to see how long it lasts. Up to an hour.
Yeah, it lasts an hour. You'd be casting it basically right outside the gate.
How long does it take us to get to the Vistani camp?
Sure, I
You
don't
don't
think we
know
know
where
that.
the Vistani camp is.
Okay.
The woods
I left
look
I
like
say
you
we
have
left
take
my
the
trip
more
advisor.
traveled path
I
that's
think so,
further
just
away.
in case.
Because I think
Further
that this
away.
one is less traveled. It's clearly like the one that leads to the Vistani camp. They know it leads to the Vistani camp. Nobody goes down this path. If we're
No
going
one's
down this
following
path,
us.
Wait, don't we?
it's right
We're
out.
still
It's
visible.
literally we're at the gate. They're
Alright.
watching where we're going.
No, both of them go to the
Let's go.
Vistani camp. You
Anyone
guys
wanna
choose.
Toss a coin?
Roll for it.
I
I'm
think we're
happy to
going
go
down
with-
the lesser one.
Yeah, the lesser traveled one. And that made all the
Me
difference.
too.
Mm-hmm.
So let's hit it.
Robert
Well,
Frost
you
said
haven't
so.
seen the other path yet. You see that this one is not heavily traveled.
Not
Oh, well,
heavily.
yeah.
The other
we'll
one's
take-
1,000 feet away. You have to
Okay.
walk.
Yeah, let's just keep walking
there.
towards that
Yeah.
guy.
Okay. So
Just
eventually
walk
making
right
your way out, following along the road, you come to the other path. Go make another survival check at advantage with your guidance.
Bless you.
Is this Leaf doing all of this work?
He said he was going to be doing
Yeah, 15.
15? Okay. This one does seem a little bit more heavily traveled.
Okay.
And yeah, the footsteps are definitely a lot more clear. There are a few horse hoof markings as well. So
Should we hit this one?
Yeah, let's do
Don't
this
die
one.
on us.
Alright.
Let's light it up, guys.
Cool.
Is there anything as far as footmarks? I know it's like a few days ago, but anything that looks like the trail that we caught from Octavio when he left?
it's been far too long for that.
Still wondered.
Does, other than horses and like human feet,
Would I've seen
footprints?
anything?
is there anything that looks anything non-human other
Yeah.
than
Not from what.
Oh, and then as we keep walking, it zooms out, and there's a big T-Rex foot.
like we're in a Godzilla
No,
yeah.
print?
Barovia is the foot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sweet.
So, making your way south, eventually reaching the edge of the woods.
Yeah.
The path is still visible, but as you get further in, it becomes harder and harder to follow, as there are multiple trails and tracks at your feet of horses, of humanoid footprints. Who's going to be leading the party in this one?
Probably me.
Okay. Okay, she's going to make a survival check for me.
Can I assist Belief?
This is just her
In general?
forging the path.
Proper
So there's
guidance,
no
man.
benefit.
Everyone assist
Can I
everyone.
toss guidance her way?
Not really,
Fair enough.
because it's not within a 1 minute period.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Just in general.
One thing. Sorry, just gonna remind
Oh,
myself
no, no.
about.
Favorite terrain?
The
Yeah.
rain.
Thanks.
Doesn't do it.
I know.
It just.
I'm trying to remember what it does
It's always
do.
worse than you think it is.
I know. I'm always like, ooh, it's my
Did
favorite
rip
tree,
the
and then I'm like,
rounders.
oh, so no one can track us. Great.
Yeah,
like a
it's that
Laura
you
Bailey thing.
personally don't suffer from difficult terrain.
Yeah. Okay.
Darn
Can
it.
I take up the back of the party?
Sure.
If anyone has
What's
any.
our
thoughts on that?
marching order?
No.
You
I'm
do
so
you.
happy to leave. I'm strolling with a skip.
Okay. That's gonna be 16.
16?
Uh,
Okay. Nice. Following the most visible humanoid footprints, you eventually come to a small clearing in the woods, about 20-25 minutes or so, where you see a seated person sitting next to a flickering lit fire pit, both barely visible through fairly dense fog.
Oh, interesting. I can't make any features out or anything like that.
Because of the fog, it's a little difficult. I'll get you to make a perception check for me.
It's fucking.
It's Strahd.
Yeah. He's just vaping.
Start shooting guys.
Fuck, nat 1. So that's gonna be an 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
It's tough to tell. It's definitely a humanoid figure sitting down, appears to be cross-legged, maybe sleeping beside the fire, fairly not moving.
Okay.
And then the fire itself is just flickering in the little bit of dim light that's coming through.
Okay, well, there's a man or a person up ahead. There's a fire, but I can't make anything out about them. But I have to assume that anybody out on the road, if they have a fire, they may not mean ill.
Can I just quickly pop Rick forward to see if it's like any of the Vistani I spoke to during the festival?
Sure. Go make a stealth check.
Cut those guys
Okay. Oh crap! I forgot to mention that about the horse. Did I take my horse?
Did you take your horse?
Yes, because Leaf asked if I took my horse.
Okay, so you took your horse.
Yes.
So your horse going through the underbrush would be substantially slower.
I am at the back, though.
Yeah, I know. So you would be either lagging behind or getting the party to wait for you, which would increase the travel time.
Okay.
It's up to you.
Do we want to leave beautiful Bruce at the stable?
Maybe I'll kind of leave the horse like behind at the gates and
Sure. Easy
run
enough
like
to
the
do.
wind if you need to.
Okay.
20.
It's
20,
a cool
okay.
horse.
Okay. Rick appears to float through the air. A little bit of fog dissipating and then eventually rising above where that fog is. Makes his way around, eventually in front of this person who is seated, and sees a hood-drawn cloak. Appears to just be a regular dressed person, just sitting down in front of the
But
fire.
not like anybody not like Gerard or the other one.
The hood is drawn. There isn't really a way for him to see that without getting like right up.
Okay,
into the
He's
grill.
Aragorning.
Cool, let's approach.
Strider.
Yeah. I'm gonna stealth kind of up around
Fuck,
the
what?
side to kind of flank.
Staying in the woods.
Yeah. To get a better look as the party is approaching.
Sounds good. Okay, so you're working off
We'll
of that.
Yeah, can I
Alright.
make sure that there's no one coming up from behind us, as where like it doesn't seem like a trap kind of thing for us to be going into this person?
Sure. Make a perception check.
Thank you.
And make a stealth check for you.
It was 22.
22. Okay, good to know.
Perception, that's a 15.
15. Okay. Doesn't appear to be anybody coming out from behind you. You've been traveling at a fairly slow pace, paying attention, making sure that you're not hearing any cracking under feet or anything. It appears to be that wherever you are, you've gotten there without anybody following you.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, making your way around. Excuse me. Stepping out into the clearing, your feet begin to dip into the fog, dissipating it with each footfall. Until the flickering firelight suddenly freezes, then breaks apart into a series of glowing spheres that
Cool.
slowly begin to emerge from the fire pit. The orbs float up for a second, and then rapidly dart towards you, passing through the motionless figure, crackling yellow and blue energy tracking across its form. And you're going to roll initiative.
Oh!
Okay, fine.
Is there a map?
Yep.
Oh, yes!
So happy.
We all get one shotted.
I'm now like, what do we add for initiative?
I want to be back in Vallaki.
Oh, I'm done with this place.
Take me back to where you feel
I want to go back.
I want to go home. I want to go home.
We made a horrible decision.
Yeah, that's one of those things. Oh, it's so great to get out of Vallaki. Hard cut to like 2 hours later. There's only one of us. Just dragging like less back. There's only one of us left.
Space here, folks.
Yeah.
You just need a giant circle here for me, please.
Yeah.
Bless.
Where are we coming in from? Just like
You'll be coming in from your side over there.
Okay.
And the fire pit is in the middle.
and what are these little bad boys?
Bushes?
Those ones are just little stumps of trees. It looks like what they were cut down to make the clearing.
I think I was kind of in front.
So,
I was at the back.
and now I get to use my minis.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
self-made
do you wanna-
minis.
Do you want
First
to add
and last
Pounder
time
in?
as we all die.
One and only time as I kill the party.
She's.
Oh,
I'm not really
Yeah,
sure.
she
can't
said she
stand.
was coming from the
can't wait
side.
to use this now.
Oh, she's on a thing.
Yeah.
Good for her.
I glued it to the to
That's
the
great.
other one.
I need to get a new one now because I only have half a bow.
Dog.
If that's not, I don't know. I didn't want to
So
move, so I'm like
excited.
being really cheeky about it.
Oh, I'm closer to the fridge, so that makes
I mean,
It's also a lot to get around from this side of the table sometimes.
yeah.
It's true.
Have to move everything around.
That's also
Damn,
my
I'm pissed I
excuse.
blew all these spells trying to get Henrik to like me.
Yeah. We put you
Tell the
towards the
truth,
side. Is that...
For
This looks a heck of a
all
lot like the basement of the church in Barovia.
Thank you.
No, I thought that was a big circle.
Service.
Wow.
No, that one's a big square.
A+.
Well, we can't legally
what's
hand you an
this?
uncracked
And you never
beer.
actually went down
Yeah.
to the
You
basement.
what?
You
Didn't.
can't legally hand you
No,
an
but you
uncracked.
showed me the map.
I mean, he doesn't have a liquor license.
Yeah, so I
That we
would
know
have
of.
been
Nope, we're on
We're over in the
Twitch.
trees.
like that.
There could be children watching, learning about Dobby's love of cock and ball torture.
That's right.
That was
There we
Dumbledore.
go.
They all love it.
Spirit
J.K.
me.
Rowling said so.
J.K. Rowling's.
Yeah, she's always just JK.
Alrighty, here we go.
Big goose.
Oh,
Get
that was
some
good.
Fight music going.
It's what I always think
Lager.
of now.
JK.
JK. Rowling.
Alright, don't fuck me, Arnie.
It's
Whoa,
going
what?
I called it Arnie
Oh.
after the Terminator. Because
Oh, I was
It's
thinking Call Me
not
by
your
Your Name.
dice.
it
Don't
is
fuck
mine.
me, Arnie,
It is
said
mine.
Ron Weasley.
Did you not?
And
know
it
you
will
were by
love
your
me.
name, Ami
I
Gomez?
will make it love me.
Okay,
Consent
I
is
was slow on the
important.
uptake.
rapid
think that dice gives
series
us a
of
consent.
spirit
Trying to find
creatures
A copy of it.
begin to
But I don't
float
want
their
to have
way
to pay
over
full price
towards
for
you.
like
Bunches of them.
$22.
They don't, are they?
And there is also a.
Oh my god, I get to use my goddamn luck.
Dice is storm to use all
Give me
right
the-
range.
I'm so glad I did not use any spells
Yeah, not me either.
What
Oh,
the fuck are these?
Cool, thanks,
They're
Jordy. I love that
beasts.
creepy
Spirit
laugh
stripes.
you just gave.
Spooky
And,
sprites.
he laughs like that because
Just
we'll
use
probably
this
have to use
as
more spells.
the
against
guy
him.
who's sitting
He's
beside
like, oh,
the
my
fire.
sweet summer child.
It flicked through them, right?
That'll be good.
Oh my god.
Now,
Wait.
J.K. Rowling made these. They're called fuck monsters.
Oh.
Oh no, that's really bad. Can we not? That
Alrighty.
seems a little bit too close to something really awful.
Oh.
What?
I
Anyways.
didn't hear any of the start of
Then
any
Yeah,
of
I
that.
missed
yeah,
I missed
don't
all
worry,
that.
don't worry.
I didn't count. Okay.
I just,
We'll get to that
this
later.
off stream.
Alrighty.
So
So
right now
Preferably
on
not.
stream, actually,
on stream we have an engagement happening that has 6 of these crackling blue and yellow energy-like creatures. These little spheres of what you thought was firelight become darting towards you.
I don't like
Initiative for everybody, please. 25 to 20.
20.
20.
That
damn it.
sucks.
Arnie.
Ooh.
Shit.
You love.
I already rolled mine before.
oh, no, so
That wasn't it, but
Okay.
Really?
So,
Former governor
uh,
of
Hey,
California,
I believe you.
Schwarzenegger,
I swear.
and
Yeah.
not the Lone Ranger Army Hammer.
Yeah, no, I was like Ami Hammer, like, you know, call me by your name.
Oh,
You want
yeah.
someone
This is
to,
Timothée Chalamet.
yeah, someone gonna Chalamet your hammer.
20 for the doctor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pew, pew, pew.
2015.
16.
16 as well.
Okay.
19.
You okay? Well, you go first,
And
and
then-
you two get to decide
Remember that cold
the
damage?
order that you go in combat on each round. So you'll be acting either simultaneously, or you can let one person go first and do that after.
Perfect.
This was a ruling that I did a little bit of research in, and I found out plays into your favor. It's not a random selection anymore. So this will be Les and Hope simultaneous.
Oh,
Okay.
damn.
15 to 10.
14.
14.
15.
15. Okay. Awesome. Well done.
Should I caboosed it?
Caboose? You got
And
some juice in your caboose?
okay.
Leaf's got a little junk in the trunk.
Leaf does canonically have a massive hog.
Yeah, I guess the front trunk, I don't know.
I was
Alright.
gonna say, it's like, is it a beetle?
So,
Yeah.
the creatures moving first.
Fuck.
Both sets of them.
Okay.
Plus
I get
with a plus 9 to their initiative.
Dang. Holy.
What?
Oh, great.
Okay, they only have a dex of 28. It's fine.
Oh, fuck you.
So, the group on the left is going to be acting first. They're going to dart forward with a 50-foot fly speed. Engaging.
This left?
Yep. So
Okay.
those 3 are going to shuffle up around the left-hand side. It'll be one in between the 2 characters.
So, like there.
Yep. One around the side, and one around the back, exactly. Side of
That's
that character.
50 feet?
50-foot
Yeah.
fly speed. So you're looking at 10
I'm like there,
squares.
yeah?
Do we have eyes on the figure?
On the figure, you do. The figure is still seated,
This person?
motionless. Yeah.
Okay.
So those ones are all going to make attacks. So there's going to be one against the character at the back there. I think that's the doctor.
Yep.
So this is going to be an attack against you. That is a 12 to hit.
15.
15, okay, so it does not hit. This is going to be one against the character in front.
That's
There's the
a
bow,
leaf.
and then there's me.
That.
The leaf.
A leaf
Oh, that's a leaf.
and
Yeah.
less.
And then less. Okay, so this will be an attack against the leaf. That's a 21.
Yep, it hits.
And against less, that is an 8.
17, my
17.
friend.
Alrighty, so against the leaf, this is going to be a little bit of lightning damage.
pew.
That is 12 points of lightning damage.
No.
Yeah, as you see all of these entities just rapidly, spheres kind of start glowing a little bit, and the crackling yellow turns to crackling blue, and then impacts against you. The other two, you're able to dodge out of the way as they fly off and circle back to their points. But you feel that energy tense, and your whole body just locks in place with all this crackling blue light across your
taser monsters.
across your arms. But
Don't
you do
tase
manage to
me,
take
bro,
that one.
right?
Alrighty, next group is going to go up around the other side. We're going to have one who did spot you going around the side, so it's going to dart into the forest after Allura,
Oh shit.
who is off in the forest, not in the clearing.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So if like over here.
Yeah, we'll say one square off on the edge. Perfect. So that'll be one against you, and then the other two are going to come up around the side. The two who are visible in front there, one of each.
That's not 50 feet though. That's more than 50.
No, 10 squares.
10 squares. Oh,
Okay,
dang.
sorry.
Yeah,
To
they
here
got-
Yeah,
or
50
to
Yeah,
is-
big movement.
to here to home.
No, to the front. Yeah.
Sorry.
So this will be another
Okay,
attack
yeah.
against the leaf and one against
Me.
leaf as well.
Should I actually be in the clearing? Or I was at the back.
You can
so I
You're at the
just-
back behind, so as everybody came into the clearing, you would be the last one visible.
Okay.
Against a leaf, that's a 15.
16 is my AC.
Just barely misses. And against leaf, that's a natural 1.
Okay.
Against Allura,
Mine's a 19.
that is a natural 4. That's an 8.
Dang.
That
Whoa.
does not hit.
Okay.
So that is their turn.
Okay.
So next up in the order, we come to the doctor.
Cool. So at level 5, I get 2 Eldritch Blasts.
You do.
So I want to drop.
do.
I want to drop one into the one right here next to Les,
Okay.
and I want to drop one into this guy who's attacking a leaf.
Got it. Go ahead and make your attacks.
Yeah. And I believe that's a +8.
I believe it's a +9.
Even better.
Oh yeah, because you got that
Yeah,
rod.
because you got the rod, which
Yeah.
is the extra +1.
Use the rod.
Use the
I intend to. So 26 on one
26 hits.
and 11 on the other.
11 is not.
Okay.
All right, so we'll say the first one that you called was the first one there, so that'll be the one beside. Yeah.
And that's
beside less. Okay.
D10.
D10 plus charisma, so
Plus
D10 plus 5.
Cool. 13.
13. Okay, good to know. So heavy impact as you summon the Eldritch Blast energy, one in each hand, fire them both off, and still getting kind of used to being able to dual fist it. One of them impacts on the good hand, and the other hand streaks off wide as the creature rapidly darts to avoid it. Does impact and pushes the creature back slightly, and then it kind of reforms itself, now crackling with even more intense blue and a little bit of red energy.
Okay.
Nicely done. All right, do you want to move at all?
No, because I'm right with this guy.
Okay.
So
On from you, we're going to go to Allura. What do you want to do?
I am going to use my Frostblade to make an
Also,
attack
thank you.
against this one right directly in front of me.
Go for it.
And I don't remember how to do this. It's been
Welcome
so
to
long.
combat after 2 months.
Yeah, no
What am I
kidding.
doing
Well, actually,
right
no, it's been a
now?
month. But yeah,
Feels like longer.
I know.
18.
18? 18
It's been longer than a month.
18
Month and a half.
misses.
18 misses.
Fuck.
Oh,
Would've been
you
like-
guys.
What?
18 misses. Okay.
18 misses.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
We got we got this. We got this.
Okay.
18
First attack.
misses?
You have your second attack. that you
Oh
can
yeah, I can. I will also do shoot at it with my light
we go.
cross.
hit. Yeah, perfect. Go for it. Make your attack.
That's a 14.
14 misses.
15. Sorry, not 15.
15
Unfortunately, 15 misses as well. So you kind of going to stab in with the piercing frostblade, trying to pierce a little glowing orb that's rapidly darting in front of you. You're just piercing just wide, and then same thing with the bolt. You're trying to get a bead on it, and you just fire, and it just impacts right against the edge of where it was before, dealing no damage.
Okay.
But because you attacked, you have a free disengage.
I'm
if
going
you'd
to
like.
disengage, and I'm going
You have
to
6 squares, so 1.
1, 2, 3.
You can travel.
4, 5. And I'm gonna hide. Oh no, I can't. I already used my bonus action.
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna
Chill
behind that rock.
You're gonna
Lean
duck.
on that
I'm
rock.
gonna duck
All right,
behind
you're
the
gonna
rock.
Duck behind the rock. All right.
It's a
Perfect.
roguey.
Alrighty, so that is your turn. We'll go on to Les and Hope. What do you two want to do?
Oh my god.
Should we rock, paper, scissors it? Or if you've got a fighting move you want to do, you can
No,
go
we
first.
Can
can
you-
totally.
Set them up in any way?
If we get the same, we'll both attack at the same time. If we
Ah!
we got the same.
So you both attack simultaneously.
All right.
Okay, so pick a target.
So
Les, you've got 1 and 2 engaged with you right now, 3 engaged with you right now.
Yep.
And then Hope, you are not currently engaged with any of them, so you would need to move forward and decide one to engage.
okay, actually, I do have a move because I am surrounded.
You are.
So, do you want to try the wall trick?
I was actually gonna fire my snowballs at this person over here, considering it's got a 90-foot range.
Up to you. If you'd like to do that.
You do you.
If they're controlling the orbs, it might be a good call.
Yeah.
It's your choice. Are you doing it or not?
I'm gonna do that.
Do it.
Do it. Okay. So what is it? What does the snowballs do? Read it out for me.
It was a challenge.
For the bottom part, or
Yeah,
would you?
bottom part.
Yeah, so a flurry of magic snowballs erupt from a point you choose within range. Each creature in a 5-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes 3d6 cold damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one.
Okay. So the snowballs being summoned from all sides of this creature, preparing to pelt it. How many charges are you using?
I'm gonna use 2. I
2?
think that's a very fair amount.
Okay. So suddenly 3
Most
snowballs
adorable
appear,
thing.
and then 3 more snowballs appear from the other side, and the creature just begins pelted with them, and whatever clothes were there just get thrown asunder, and there is nothing on the inside. This can be fully removed.
So it was a ruse the whole time.
Red herring.
red herring.
Damn.
Now we know.
2 charges marked off on
We do.
that,
Damn.
and that is your action. So you have your movement and your bonus action remaining.
I don't really have a lot for bonus action, do I?
Not really. You can. I think there's some stuff that you can do. You can like bonus actions, prep a spell to use on your next turn, like a
Beautiful
branching
bruises.
smite or something like that.
Oh, that's fun.
I'm pretty sure. I'm double checking because it's been a minute since I looked at the paladin.
Yeah, also I
What's
need to
your,
double check what
What's
the
your oath again?
my oath is. Oath of Vengeance.
Whoa.
Can I do like
As a bonus action, you can utter a vow of enmity against a creature you can see within 10 feet of you. You gain advantage on attack rolls against the creature for 1 minute or until it drops to 0 hit points. That would be a bonus action that you can do, vow of enmity. Other than that, not much. You could Misty Step if you wanted to teleport somewhere, or
I didn't realize I could Misty Step. Can I?
well, sorry, you get to. Yeah, I'm just double checking here.
Super fun times. Let's double check what we are capable of doing.
It's a good thing to do.
Well, it's been so long.
Yeah, it has.
And we've leveled up since the last time we fought.
Exactly.
So you get a number of paladin spells equal to your charisma modifier, which is what?
My charisma modifier is
Plus 2.
Yep.
yes.
Okay, so 2 and then half your paladin level rounded down. So you get to pick 4 spells. I think we need to talk about this a little more. But you only have 4 spells that you can pick from, so.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you don't. Well, we'll figure this out more.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Outside
for
of
now, we'll say that as a bonus action, you could either hunter's mark something. Whenever you attack it and deal damage to it, you deal an extra d6.
Yeah.
And you can move that if the creature dies.
Can I do a Bane at all or no?
Bane is an action.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do some hunter's mark.
Okay, so pick a creature to mark.
Which was the creature that dealt the most damage to a leaf?
That's the one I was going to Hunter's Mark, but you can definitely Hunter's Mark it, and I will get a
The
different
one
one.
that dealt the only one that dealt damage
Was
was,
this one?
that one there.
All right, I'm gonna hunter's mark that one.
Do you want to pop that down there for me?
Yes.
There you go. All right, so that one has been hunter's marked by Hope. Alrighty, Les, what are you doing?
Who do I know who's after me in attacking?
You don't.
No.
Yeah, it has not been a full round yet. You don't know what the order is.
I am going to use attack,
Okay.
the one on my right here,
Okay.
and I'm going to use Distracting Strike.
All right. Well, you get to choose if you want to do that after you attack.
Right, so I'll attack first.
What you
Get
gonna
it.
attack with?
Natural 20.
Whoa! With your magic
Ani is back!
So now you get to decide which ability you'd like to use if you want to use one.
Right, so I'm going to use Distracting Strike.
Distracting strike. Okay. So what is distracting strike?
Actually, no.
No.
I'm going to use Trip Attack,
Trip attack.
so that it is prone.
Okay.
Wait, it's a
It's a floating orb.
right? No, Distracting Strike. That's yes.
Gotcha.
I was like,
Don't
what?
Eh?
It's just got these really spinny
Yeah, Distracting
guys.
Strike.
Distracting strike. Okay, so on a natural 20, you roll your die damage, so d6. Plus
Oh,
you
shit,
get your d8
yeah.
for superiority die,
Sure do.
which both of those are doubled, so you can either roll and double it or roll
I
twice
will
as many
roll
dice.
and double it.
Roll and double it.
So that's a-
This is a D10.
Roll.
You need a D8.
Eight.
Explode the
so another
shit.
6.
Another D6?
Yeah.
So you're
Two
not
D6 and
doubling,
two
you're
D8.
just
You're not
doing...
doubling your dice, you're just rolling twice the number of dice. Got it.
Is it twice as nice?
15.
Those are
Sounds
numbers.
like it.
23 points of
23
damage.
points of
Okay,
damage.
so
And
it's
does
a-
that add all of your
Plus-
modifiers?
Plus,
Plus strength, plus
plus
2,
dueling is 2.
plus
plus
the
strength.
trident is 1.
Trident is
So
1. Yes.
Plus your
so
strength.
plus 6.
Plus 6.
That's
so
right.
29.
Jesus.
Okay,
Damn.
29
Nice,
points of damage
Les.
on a single strike. So Les, rearing back, you,
Oh, you get
find this,
2 now.
and having
Can't.
seen
Need to.
having seen out of the corner of your eye, Allura having a little bit of trouble stabbing at something, you just immediately kind of sink low and just straight shot, piercing straight through the center of this. The trident does impact against it and goes straight through, and the crackling energy impacting against the trident, it does appear to be doing damage, but not quite as much as you thought it might. It has taken damage, just not quite as much as you thought.
And
What
extra
happens?
attack, that's like something I imbue. It's not something that automatically happens.
No, extra attack is automatically. When you attack, you get another attack.
There you go.
Okay, so go ahead and do that.
Is that the same one I fucked up, Jordy?
No, it's a different one.
Okay.
No.
Oh wait, no, sorry, you said the
Yeah,
one.
that's
You're
the same
right.
one I fucked up.
Yeah, sorry, it is. Never mind. That one does fall. As you
Okay,
strike
okay.
it,
So
it pierces
Not
straight
maybe
through,
fair.
and the crackling energy dissipates onto the trident itself, and then eventually kind of falling to the ground. Little bits of arcing blue and white and yellow energy impacting against the ground, and then eventually fully dissipating. So you do have another attack, so that
They're
one you can
low
pull off
hit
the board.
points.
So
Hard
with
to hit.
with maneuver, does that just X the maneuverability?
Correct.
All right.
Because the attack against that creature, which is dead.
Right.
Yeah.
Did so.
So
All
now
right.
you can attack in either of the other two.
So I'm gonna whip my way around
Yeah.
and hit the one behind me.
Okay, go for it. Make your attack.
Cur. Plus strength, right?
Plus strength, plus proficiency, plus 1.
So 12 plus 7.
So 19. 19 just hits. Roll damage.
Noted.
I am doing shit. So it's 1d6.
It's 1d6 plus 6.
2. So 8.
8. Okay. So same thing applies here. You stab through and eventually catch it, this time catching it on one of the side prongs of the trident and shearing off a little bit. You can see some of the arcing crackling just into the little bit of fog there, but again, not quite doing quite as much damage as you had hoped.
I'm blood slip, so.
Alrighty. Good to know. That is Les and Hope done. Lee, you're up.
Okay. Just so you know, I get 3 attacks on my first round now because I have the bonus with Dread Ambusher, the extra attack, and then my basic attack.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you are engaged right now,
Yeah.
so up to you how you'd like to
So you're
play
good?
this.
What do you mean?
You've got 2 creatures next to you.
Yeah.
If you want to hit the ones next to you, if you want to pull your bow and shoot something in the distance.
Okay.
Which would I guess
I guess I have no way of knowing if my silver short sword would be more effective against these things or not.
You
Does it
Okay.
conduct electricity?
I have a silver short sword. I picked it up in the Death House.
Yeah.
I have 1 regular one, and then I have 1 silver one that we found.
can. Isn't it just a silver knife?
No, I did pick up a silver
Well,
knife, but
technically
there's a
it's a
silver
short
short sword
sword.
that we got in there.
Okay, good to know. I forgot about that. Okay.
I did
Let's
not.
see what happens here.
Okay. Well, I have plenty of them around me, so I usually go bow, but I'm gonna draw my fucking short swords,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on the one right next to me.
Okay, go for it. 4 here. There you
because I get 2 attacks with short swords, which is sweet, or 2 weapon damages. So I'm gonna attack that one next to me.
Go for it.
So sweet. So that's gonna be 27 to hit.
27 hits. Go and roll damage.
Okay. So that's 2d6 plus 4 each, right? 1d6 each. Like 2 attacks of 1d6 plus 4, because I have a short sword.
So it's 1d6 for your short sword, 1d6 for Hunter's Mark, plus 4.
Okay.
So
you
this
don't.
is the first attack that is hit.
So when I have them with the double-handed, I only still attack with one at a time.
Each attack is a separate roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. You know what? I'm gonna try the metal ones. Let's see. So this is with the silver one.
Okay, got it.
And so that's gonna be. Sorry, it's 1d6 plus 4.
2d6 plus 4
2d6
because you
plus 4.
Hunter's Marked.
Okay, sweet. So 2, 7. So that's gonna be 11.
11, okay. Again, slashing through, hoping that the silver short sword, seeing the amount of damage that Les was dealing, hoping that would do a little more. You are carving off little bits of the energy as it kind of separates and then eventually reforms back. It does appear to be taking a little less damage. But 11 points.
Okay.
That is good to know.
First attack.
Okay, second attack. So you got extra attack.
Yeah.
Which is this one. Go for it.
I don't know, I really felt that.
It's really heavy. Okay. Fuck. So that's gonna be. Ooh, that was a 7. So that's gonna be 15.
15, fortunately 15 misses.
No, wait. It's not even gonna be 15. It's gonna be 12. So.
Oh, okay.
It's got to be
No.
19.
12's the
Whatever.
lucky number.
Anyways.
It'd be 15.
Yeah,
because
it's 15.
Dex plus purple.
Second guess my math because I'm stressed.
You're good.
Okay. So last attack.
Yep.
16.
16 misses, unfortunately.
Okay.
Well, it looks like your boy's gonna
Alrighty,
hit the
so
box.
that is your full turn unless you would like to move.
No.
I gotta-
Stay where I
I gotta
am.
go
Alrighty,
first.
sounds good.
Kicks
On from there, we come bottom of the round.
Screaming.
Leaf.
Yeah,
What would you do?
I'm gonna cast Bless on Elise, Les, and Hope.
Elite,
Oh,
less than
sweet.
hope. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure, let's.
Thanks, friend.
Sure, we'll do this. Make him stand on little square.
Oh. Do it upside down.
Do it upside
so,
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look
You
like
are
you're a monster.
blessed.
We are on pedestals.
Bless up, gang.
put people on
Let's
And
put you on the pedestal.
Aww. We
Alright.
always put Leaf
So,
So that's
bless
plus-
on those 3.
yeah,
Was
and
plus
So
what?
bless gives you
D4 to each year.
Yeah, D4 to each of your attacks and advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Sweet.
No. Well, yes. As far as I'm, you bless up to 3 creatures in your range. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, the target add a D4 and add the number rolled to the attack or saving throw.
Oh, right. So saving throws in
Yeah,
general.
yeah.
Right. So yeah, so if you make any kind of saving throw or if you make an attack roll, you add a D4.
Yeah.
Awesome. So that's your action.
Yeah.
Anything as a bonus?
Nope, that's gonna be it for this round.
Alrighty, and you're staying still?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Alright, top of the round. 2 remaining on the left-hand side. They're going to go ahead and converge on the creature that slayed them. This is going to be 2 attacks coming against you, Les. First attack. Neither of those are going to hit. That's a 15 and a 7.
17, my friend.
Yes, and neither of those hit. Kind of getting back into the combat. Your first attack really impacting heavily. You kind of settle back down, grab your shield, and are just inherently dodging these balls of energy just whipping at you from all directions, eventually settling back in their previous positions. Nicely done.
This has been the longest 10 days of my life.
The ones on the other side, Allura, that one that ducked off into the forest there, that one is going to go ahead and follow you out, and it's going to make an attack
Real
against you.
sure.
Hey, buddy.
Just keeps following around.
That is a 16 to hit.
Oh, it hits.
That hits, okay. So that will be...
I thought you got the extra armor.
No, mine's low. Low. Only
just got dyed
15
black.
with the extra.
Yeah, it's
But boy, does it
12
look
plus
great.
dex, so it's 15.
Dang.
So that is 8 points of lightning damage to you as the creature chases you out, and you kind of ducking down behind the rock and hoping for the best. You just see it appear and just pass into the side of your face and just crackle straight across and appear on the other side of you. It's actually going to move around to the other side of her.
Oh.
Dang, homie.
Alrighty. That is going to be its turn. The 2 over on the right there, the one that is next to Leaf is actually going to fade into the ground. I need
Which
you to pull
one?
that token off for me. The
Mine?
one with the hunter's mark.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
I'm gonna.
Yeah. Elif, you do get an attack opportunity against this one, so go ahead and make
Okay,
your attack
well, fuck yeah.
at disadvantage.
Yeah.
You do
At
have
disadvantage?
you have a
As it's
D4 to it.
Yeah, you
Okay.
do have
Yeah.
D4.
To my attack roll as
Correct.
well? Okay,
It's
sweet.
just your attack roll to try and hit.
Okay.
Back to your
Yeah,
turn.
no, I know. So at disadvantage.
A disadvantage, yeah.
So that's gonna be 16
Plus
plus
the D4.
20.
20
And
hits.
Dang.
sweet.
So yeah, so go and roll. And this one you did have your hunters mark.
It's
So it's
moving at
2d6
disadvantage. I was like, wait,
2d6 plus 4.
plus 4.
Yeah.
Correct.
So 5. 8.
12.
So yeah, 12.
12. Okay. Awesome.
Nice.
Crackling off a little bit more of the energy, you kind of lop off a bit of it as it arcs away from the side, as it eventually vanishes into the ground beneath your feet.
Come back, you fucker.
On the other side you leave,
Yeah.
it's going to go ahead and make a regular attack against you.
Yep.
That is...
I'm sweaty.
Stopped.
It's been a while since we fought.
Natural 20.
Heck.
This is
Feels
scary.
good. Feels very good.
It does feel good.
Good to know.
Alrighty, natural
Funny, in
20.
the forest is where I go.
I'm like
No one heard
expressing
that.
myself,
Yeah, I know.
being a
Who did that?
majestic
Good hit?
ballerina.
What?
Okay, so that is 16 points of lightning damage to you, as it just impacts against you, and this one catching you right in the sternum just passes right through, and you can feel it arcing across your heart inside your chest. And your heart just, and this eventually passes out the other side. It's going to go ahead and get in behind you.
I have a question though. When I get zapped, is it like a cartoony? Like, you see the skeleton, the hair? All right.
Because you're in Barovia? No.
It's all
I hate
depressing
this
all the
It's so
time.
depressing all the time.
Sorry, 16.
16 points of lightning damage, yeah.
I want to add too, when I'm dodging and weaving, I'm like a ballerina. Just
Yeah, and just like slamming your trident
being
into the
so
ground.
happy.
Insect glaving.
Great. Now I'm gonna need
Yeah.
a fucking pacemaker after this.
Then landing. Alright, so that's going to be
Let it
their
go.
turns. Doctor, you're up.
I'm gonna drop
yeah.
a scorching ray into each of these guys.
Short and range each. Okay, go for it. Roll your 3 attacks.
That's 2 hits for Scherzies. And a 12.
And 12.
So
12 misses.
12 misses, but the others are like 16 plus 9 and 17 plus 9.
Yeah, those will hit. So go ahead and roll 2d6 for each.
Yeah.
Separately or together?
Well, it's 2d6 per ray, so do them separately.
Oh!
Nice.
Max damage on one of them, 12.
Okay. 12.
Good job.
And
Roll 5. Okay.
8 on the other one.
8 on the other one. Okay.
Nice.
So throwing out the scorching rays.
So I'm going to target these 2 that are in front of me.
Sure. All right, so throwing out the
between
scorching
me.
rays, arcing them around your allies, you see those impact against the forms of the creature as the fire dissipates a little bit over. They do, again, take the damage, but not the entire amount.
Okay.
So that one...
Motherfuckers.
That one takes... Okay, good to know. So that's your action. Anything as a bonus?
No, we didn't yet.
Wait, sorry. Scorching Ray, because you're a warlock, you cast that at higher level. I'm pretty sure you actually get more rays.
Oh.
Give me a second.
12
Okay.
rays.
I'll take it.
Yes.
Guys,
whatever
I
you're
missed
saying,
this.
Yes.
I just want to say.
Because, again, like, we're...
Fucking
Apologies
missed it.
to everybody watching. We are definitely out of combat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as a
Heavy
warlock
RPG.
now, you've
We're
got
green.
3rd level spells.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, so when you cast it at 3rd level, you create an additional ray.
Oh.
So you get 1 extra one. So we'll say the one
Fuck
that you
yeah.
didn't hit, you'll get another attack on.
Okay,
So
sure.
go ahead and roll your attack.
Yeah. Why not? 9 plus 9, 18.
18 misses. Unfortunately. Yeah, close. Alrighty, so the 4 rays and just kind of forgetting and just kind of going, oh, you're right, out the side as it arcs around and just harmlessly off into the fog behind. So that's going to be your turn unless you want to move.
No, because I don't get an attack of opportunity on me. Yeah.
Alright, sounds good. That is yours. Allura, you're up.
Do things.
Uh,
Murder things.
The huge.
The huge, the hits, the
You're gonna lean?
sneaks,
Oh!
the attacks.
That almost went too far.
Okay, so that's going to be a 20. Oh my god. 18 plus 7.
25.
Thank you.
25 hits. Go and roll
Yeah.
damage. And sneak
Sneak
attack.
attack.
damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so how many sneak attacks do I get now, right?
So at 5th level, I think you get 3d6.
Yeah, 3d6
Yeah.
plus
Good lord.
1d8.
3d6 plus 1d8. Yep.
And is that
Okay.
a wisp attacking you, or is that something else?
Yeah, they're all the same.
Oh, they just look.
Yeah, the images
Oh,
are
that's a shitty roll.
A roll, still a roll.
12 points of damage.
plus your...
Plus
Every roll's a good
4,
Yeah.
so
16.
16.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It could have been so much better.
So 16, finally finding and just fainting a little bit as you're kind of matching the movement of the creature and eventually, doing this crazy serpent's eye on it.
I will mention as well that that is magic damage.
Yes, it is. It is cold damage.
Yes, cold damage.
As you impact against it and the cold shudders across the form. It does still take the damage, but not quite as much as you had hoped.
What kind of damage would
does
it
Okay.
take?
I'm then going to take a shot at this as
Okay.
well.
Bonus action, go for it.
It's a natural 20.
Ooh,
Oh!
very good. That had been the first
I
one.
know.
But you still get your damage.
So it's still the same.
1d6. You don't get your sneak attack because you only get that once
Oh,
a turn.
right. Okay.
Yeah, so it's 1d6, doubled. Either roll 2d6 or roll it and double it. And
I'm
then
gonna roll both. So double it. So 2d6.
2d6,
Okay.
and then same thing
Plus 4?
because you get your dex. Oh, sorry, plus 3.
Plus 3,
Plus
yeah.
your dex,
3.
3 plus 3, 6 points.
Still
good,
damage.
still good.
Yeah,
The-
still shaves it off.
Every little bit helps. So as the bolt just passes through, but you do see a little bit of a as some of the arcing
Yeah.
energy just follows it out and following the bolt off into the distance.
It's real sweet
Alrighty.
on it.
That's going to be your turn, unless you'd like to move.
It's just gonna follow me, so
Yeah.
I'll stay here.
Okay, stay in there. Lesson Hope, you too.
What should we do this time?
Alright. There's not much we're going to do together, is there? I'm just going to go for attacks.
Okay, go
Yeah?
Just go for attacks, yeah.
Are we doing it one by one? Simultaneously? Should we do
What?
a rock, paper, scissors,
for
fig?
it. Les, can you read the card that you have for the trident? I just want to check something. Where's your card?
I don't know if you gave me a card.
Yeah, you gotta,
Everybody has a card for everything.
for their Christmas presents.
Yes.
What does it say at the top?
Magic Trident, martial melee weapon, 1d6 piercing, strength, thrown.
No, the first line, the first two
This
words
magic
that you
trident
said.
gets one plus.
Magic trident.
Yes.
You're attacking with a magic
Thank you.
weapon.
Yes.
You need to remind me of that.
Oh,
Because
sorry.
that changes the damage that you dealt.
It does?
No one likes these?
As the creatures are resistant to non-magical damage. I'm good, thanks.
Well, it's you well.
So the total damage that I did was reduced?
Was more. Because you attacked with a weapon that you forgot to remind me was magical.
Oh.
So I reduced the damage, not remembering that it's a magical weapon.
Oh shit, sorry.
So you
What
actually
is
dealt
dying
an
now?
additional 4 points of damage to that creature. So it's still up, but is a little bit more hurt.
Okay.
So, with your trident, you've got one that you were facing down, the one that you attacked last round, that is looking fairly hurt.
Right.
And the one on the other side is still arcing with regular energy.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And you got a D4 as well, haven't you?
Yes.
For blast.
Your attack rolls.
I got a blast to the attack.
Oh, I forgot to roll my d4 for
So-
my attack roll last time. Oh well. I forgot.
Your second one was a 15, it wouldn't have hit anyways. Oh, sorry, if you rolled a 4,
No,
it would have.
because the last one that I hit, I did the d6 plus my 4 that I get.
No, you only get the d4 on the attack, not on
Okay,
the damage.
gotcha. Never mind.
If you pop that guy in front of me, I can get around and start shooting.
Yeah, I'm gonna just hit the guy that I'm facing right now that
Okay.
I hurt before.
Go for it. Roll your attack, and you get a d4 with this.
Oh, good, because that was a natural fuck.
Oh, if it's a fuck, it's an auto.
Yeah, I
miss.
know, it's a natural one.
So yeah, natural one is you're like fainting through the air, you're ballerina style, and then you just whoop and trip over yourself and kind of catch yourself on your trident, and then just kind of.
I have no one saw that. That's very
So
embarrassing.
that's your first attack. Go make your second attack.
First attack, second attack.
Remember your training, guys. Stop showboating.
Ginger.
Ooh, that's better.
And stop punching.
I know, it's really aggressive when you first do it.
16 plus 6.
22 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Woo!
That's what happens when you start concentrating.
Now I'm just going to do that. It's a 3 plus 7.
3 plus 7.
Yeah. No,
That's
sorry.
done.
The
Damage is plus 6.
right.
So 9.
That's right.
9 is enough.
And then
Aye.
So the creature in front of you falls, and again, stabbing it through as you did before, the dissipating energy kind of almost coalesces into the trident, and then just kind of dissipates across your form. You feel a slight tingling across your arms. Alrighty,
you get
so those are your
these
2 attacks.
that is all. I'm not going
Alrighty.
to burn any special things right
Oh,
now.
you're up. What are you doing?
Hoping to get my ass zapped.
Yeah, noticing how how the trident seems to have caused more damage, I'm like, maybe I should use something magical, but I don't know quite what. And the snowball is magical, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, snowball's cold. It's cold. It deals cold damage.
Which we've established does not do as much.
I know.
Yeah, I think cold or lightning, I think that these things are like attuned to.
Yeah, the heat didn't do much to it neither.
No. I think it would have to be maybe earth or water if we're going like
Heart.
elemental.
Earth, wind, or
Yeah,
fire.
right?
Earth, wind, or fire.
We need
Yeah.
the Care Bears to.
September 21st.
That's
You
basically
know, they
his
have a
own
version
class.
where called
Is the
December.
Care Bears?
This is the Care Bear stare.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's the exact
Oh,
same
for
thing,
real,
except
for
like
real.
this other
Wow,
voice actor, do you
headcanon
remember the
confirmed.
voice-
Yeah.
It's just
Alright,
the
hope
24th
Okay,
night, it's just like this other
That's
voice that's
fantastic.
hilarious.
Alright.
I recommended it to me on Spotify.
So
Thought it
we.
was a bit.
Alright. I'm trying to figure out what is best to do, because, like, I don't think I've got something that can really do
You've
it.
seen that all damage is damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go.
Can you
Like-
divine smite attack, and does that deal?
Oh,
radiant
yeah,
damage?
that would be.
Oath of Vengeance.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never mind then. It's my dwarf
Well,
character
no,
coming
sorry.
out.
What about your.
No, I do
Smite.
have.
You have Divine Smite.
Yeah, I do.
I think that would likely do that.
So it is
It does
radiant.
radiant damage.
If target is undead or fiend.
It does more. It still does it. It
Yeah,
does
oh,
more
yeah.
if it's
It
That's
doubles
true.
damage.
more than that.
Gap, gap.
Radiant.
And
what's more?
I'll try it.
Yeah.
Do you know, Demi, did you read the comedian?
Yeah, when you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack,
September 21st. or this-
so you do 2d8 if you
Yes,
spend a
yeah.
first level spell slot of extra damage. So you have to walk into combat and attack something, and if you hit it, you can then pump a spell into it to deal more damage. Up to you.
Yeah.
And each, like this past year,
Oh my god.
did this huge
Sorry.
production
Just decisions.
with like the East LA Children's
Get back into combat, it takes
I know, it
Sold
does.
t-shirts
And I
out
wanted
on
it.
September
And yeah, I'm like,
21st,
ah!
and put all
Alright.
all proceeds to rain.
Well, actually, considering we haven't fully decided the cantrip for me, considering me being. It should technically be ice and not fire.
Well, no, your cantrip can be anything you want. It's your Hellish Rebuke, which is
Oh.
your Tiefling race ability.
Sweet.
Yeah, so that one's if you get hit by something, you essentially use your reaction to spray it with ice.
Spray it, cool it down.
Alrighty.
Alright,
Any
well,
action where you
I'm
go?
gonna use Firebolt.
Firebolt? Okay, which one are you targeting?
The one that I got Hunter's Mark on.
Okay, go for it. So make your ranged spell attack roll.
Yeah, and that'll be plus D4. No, oh no.
Yeah, it adds a d4.
Yeah, so
It's
the
less.
with the 20, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a d20 plus a d4.
Ah!
Oop.
And then for magic initiate, I think
Hey, yes,
it's
man.
an intelligence modifier.
That ain't so bad.
Yeah,
And then intelligence, did you say?
Give me a second. Magic initiate. Depends on the class you choose.
So what are we swinging with?
I put wizard.
Wizard. Okay,
So
so for
everything.
wizard, yeah, intelligence. You add your intelligence modifier and your proficiency bonus, which is plus
Alright, so that is plus 4, so that is a 25.
3. 25 hits.
Woo!
So go and roll your damage for that. So it is, I believe, 2d10 because you're 5th level now. Just double checking.
Yeah.
That is what I've got done. Dear.
Firebolt.
That's what I got doing.
Dude.
Firebolt.
Yeah, I've got
Firebolt.
2d10 at 120 feet.
Yep, 2d10. Go for it.
That's a sweet spell.
So roll 2d10.
That's overkill.
That is a spicy meatball.
Hey.
2d10 is a cantrip. Just boop, 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 over and over.
Yeah.
Alrighty, roll your damage.
And with it having Hunter's Mark, does that
You roll the
have...
additional d6 for the hunter's mark.
Oof.
Yep.
Explode.
Oh yeah.
that is a 12 something.
Yeah, 12.
12 something.
Wait, do you get an extra?
No, that's for the attack.
For the attack roll.
No, you're right.
So
I'm
12
sorry.
points of damage against the one that you've hunter's marked. Okay. The fire again impacts against this, as you saw with the doctor. It does dissipate slightly, but it does still take some of the damage.
Mm-hmm.
What is no?
Alrighty, that's going to be your turn unless you'd like to move anywhere.
I want to move kind of as close to the one that attacked Leaf.
Okay. Yeah, you can get right up next to it.
Like here?
Perfect.
Sweet.
Alrighty, so that's going to be your turn, Leaf.
Okay, I can't see any sight of the one that attacked me.
The one that
Over
attacked you
there.
just vanished into the ground, and you just see little crackling arcs of energy dissipating, but it appears to have disappeared.
That sounds promising.
Okay, well then I will
That was
turn
actually
to the
strong.
one next to me and use my short swords on that one.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack.
Get us.
Plural.
Believe in you. Oh, you have your
D4.
blessing, right?
If I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, I think you actually get 3 attacks.
Yeah.
Because you can attack as a bonus action.
Isn't that what you said?
I have extra attack.
No, yeah, you have extra attack, which is when you take the attack action, you get another attack. But because you're wielding 2 light weapons, you can attack as a bonus action to make an offhand attack.
Oh,
so
okay,
you actually
sweet.
get 3 attacks.
Okay.
Big swing.
So first,
Do you have to have like dual wield?
I am.
No.
I'm holding
You-
2 short
yeah,
swords.
so there's different classifications. So dual wield is that you just take 2 one-handed weapons. The standard one is 2 one-handed light weapons. You can attack and make a bonus action attack. The other thing
God
with
bless you.
the dual wield aspect is you get your modifier, your dex or your strength
trying to
on
get,
all
like-
the attacks. With this, you don't get it on your offhand. Think of it like I'm right hand dominant. I attack twice with my right hand and kind of piddly with my left.
Okay.
Yeah. So first attack.
Skip me. Okay. So that's gonna be
Ooh.
18,
yes.
22, and I think I
Yeah.
get plus 8. That's gonna be a 30 to hit.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
Strong.
So you get
Yeah,
2d6
so strong.
plus your dex.
2d6 plus my dex.
That's the most.
So 2d6
Yeah.
plus 5.
4.
Or your dex is 4.
Yeah, it's 18. So it's 4, right? Yeah.
So 2d6 plus 4.
So that's gonna be
15?
12. Plus 4 is
13.
yeah. No, plus 4 is 16. Right?
Is that,
This
that's
is
the
no-
6, isn't it?
Oh yeah, 6.
Get a punch in there, buddy.
Oh my god.
Get
That's why I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Get a wallop in there.
12.
Potential alert.
No. Yeah, 6 plus 3 is 9. Plus 4 is 13. I was right. Okay.
13.
Yeah.
Okay, so 13 points. Half down to 6. Alright. Okay, and second attack.
Okay. But I don't get bonuses on that, right? That's the thing for the second attack because it's my non-dominant hand.
No, so you get 2 attacks with your dominant hand because that's extra attack.
Right.
And then
And then
your
you
bonus attack is your offhand, your piddly.
Okay.
You're piddly.
My piddly hand.
Piddly
My
poo.
piddly hand. Okay.
So with this one on your attacks, you're doing your same thing, so you're adding, I think it's plus 7.
It's 8 actually. So that's gonna be 16,
Sorry.
18.
8.
Yeah, I think so. I have it as 1d20 plus 8, and then my longbow is 1d20 plus 10.
1d20 plus 8.
That'd be
That's
dex
right.
and
D20
proficiency.
plus 10.
Hang on.
Dang.
You should be plus 7. Because it's your. You add your dex and your proficiency.
My proficiency is 3 right now.
Yeah, and your dex is 4.
My dex is 4, yeah.
So it should be 7.
Oh, okay.
So you
I
should be
thought
7
I'd
and
do
9.
the wall of
Yeah,
water
mine
trick
says-
here to protect
Yeah.
myself,
I
but
don't
then
know
I
why I
still
had
Yeah, I don't know
10
why
and 8.
8 and 7.
In a
Because yeah, you
I
did
would get a
archery,
fucking
right?
Yeah.
ice
In a
cube
wall of
trick.
water
So, yeah,
against
so you should be
lightning things.
7 and 9.
Okay.
Wall of water sheet.
Sorry,
Either
that
way,
was
first one-
unintentional.
First one hits, you have a 29.
Use
Second one plus
snowballs
7.
to hit the
So
wall of water and become a
7,
wall of
that's
ice with
15,
an AC of
so
like
17.
12 or
17
15 or
versus
something.
Okay.
Alrighty.
And then my
your
third
attacks. So your
is-
offhand, you still get the
Use
d4.
it so
You
much
still
in
get all your
situations where it's,
attack
like, not worth it.
bonuses to your rolls. It's just the damage.
The damage. I don't get the attack on the or the bonus on the damage with my
Correct.
proficiency.
It's just die damage.
Okay. So 15, 16. So that's
Plus
gonna be
7.
plus 7.
So,
So
20
that's
wall
gonna be
of
23.
water range
23 will hit.
still
Good
makes
roll damage on this, so you
big
just get die
damage.
damage, so
Range
2d6.
attacks.
Come on,
If
baby.
you're like
Do you
close
want
up to
another
the
It's
d6?
6. No, I only. Oh, is it
you can go for the
2d6?
wall.
Is your hunter's mark?
Difficult
Oh, yeah.
terrain, so you can't
No,
move
this
very
is not my
fast.
hunter's mark. This is Emma's
That's what
hunt.
takes up.
Yeah,
mark.
that is my hunter's
I
mark.
apologize.
I didn't
so
take the hunter's mark damage on the last one.
You got 2d6 damage on the last one, I
Did
forgot. Yes. So
Oh, okay.
it's okay.
Yeah.
So just we'll say that the damage that was dealt last time.
Yeah,
is all
that would be
damage.
it then.
Because
Call it because I rolled 30 for the attack roll
yeah,
or something.
We'll say that, yeah.
4.
4. Okay. So another 4 points. And then down to 2. Alrighty, still up. Okay, so that is going to be your turn. Leaf, bottom round.
Yeah,
Punch it!
fucking pissed about getting zapped. I'm gonna,
So you got the one right in front of you and the one across the way.
yeah, Barovia's done a bit to me.
Yeah.
And
Really has, poor
I'm
Leaf.
gonna
Heals her.
180 and cast Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead.
Hey,
Yeah,
told
awesome.
the
Toll
dead.
the Dead.
Yeah.
Alrighty, which one?
Necromancer.
The one that hurt me.
Okay,
So it
go
has to
for
make
it.
at
The one
least-
that
it has to
hurt
make a
me.
wisdom saving throw.
So this one has not taken any damage.
Yeah, so it won't be the full
Okay, I got it. So wisdom saving throw. Okay, what is your spell save DC?
16. Oh fuck, that might be. Sorry, 15.
15. Okay, 15. That is an 11.
Alright,
Roll
cool.
damage.
So that's 2d8 for me now that I'm level 5.
There's no like it just happens. There's no like hit roll.
Sick.
No,
That's
it has to make a so
Sweet.
he reaches up and
Oh,
touches it.
and it has to make it.
resist the effect.
Sweet.
Yeah. Okay, so 2d8.
so 4.
4. And what type of damage?
necrotic.
Necrotic, okay.
Yeah.
So this one, reaching out and touching it, placing your palm on it, just grabbing it, feel that
Yeah.
arcing energy. You force some of your own energy into the orb as it starts to just twinge green slightly, and little bits of it begin floating off.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna be
Fortunately,
like
it does still seem to
screaming or
resist some of the
something.
damage.
Yeah.
You just like.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so that's an action for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And sorry. Yeah, it's an action, and
Okay.
I don't think I can.
Is that a cantrip?
Yep. It's cantrip. I know, right?
When you attack a
Fucking-
damaged creature, it's 2d12 damage, just as like a free
Right?
hit.
Yeah.
It's massive.
So if anyone wants to hit these things,
Leaf with the cleric. Awesome
Alright,
guy.
so
Yeah.
bonus action?
Bonus action. Yeah, no, I'm not. I think we've got this. So yeah, no.
Okay.
I'm just gonna.
Awesome.
Save it.
Alrighty, that is bottom of the round. So top of the round, we come to the two that are on the left, the two that are the one that is still standing. Les, having seen this vanquish two of its allies, it's just going to go ahead and make another attack straight against you. That is a 16.
17.
Just misses. Yeah.
Dance
12
the
plus
night away.
Just getting very angry and upset at this, and you can see it like vibrating slightly. Little bits of arc energy are flashing off it in its damaged state. Coming to the ones on the right, the one beside you, Allura, it's going to go ahead and make another attack against you. That is a 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Rip.
That
Okay.
hits. That's gonna hit hard.
That
Where's
is
that?
12 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
Would you like to use your reaction to
Yes!
half the damage?
I would! Uncanny dodge!
Uncanny dodge.
Woo!
So as the energy just starts arcing towards you, and you can see it almost like reaches out little bits of arc energy to try and grasp at your face. You duck out of the way and dodge one of them and only take half the damage.
That's how much damage? 6 damage.
6 points of lightning. The other one that vanished into the ground beside Elite.
Oh, right.
Suddenly you feel against your back some crackling there. It has reappeared
Right
next
here?
to you,
Fuck.
and it's going to go and make an attack against you at advantage.
She's getting surrounded.
That's double 8s, and both of them rolled over from 20s.
Oh!
That's a 12 to hit at
No.
advantage.
No.
So this one just kind of, as you instinctively dodge out of the way of the one right in front, you suddenly just feel the crackling and hear like a lightning strike in your ear as the other one just smacks into its ally, and then suddenly retreats back to the other side of you as now two of them are assailing you, but not dealing any damage. Important. Alrighty, on from there we come to the doctor. One left visible to you. You can just barely make.
All right, Jordy.
I got these two. I got one in front
good
of me,
in
one
me.
here. Yeah.
There's this guy back
Yeah.
here. that didn't
Oh,
move.
sorry, there is. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't have my glasses on.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna drop an Eldritch Blast into this guy and one into that guy.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that is one most certainly hits. That is a fuck.
Is it plus?
What are your numbers?
25
I'm a hand number
and
too.
11. So
11 misses. Okay. So which one were you targeting first? I would assume the one over here.
yeah, because I've seen this guy take damage. So I would
Okay. Go and roll damage on this one.
really shoot the one right next to me.
12.
12. Okay. Awesome. And with that, the force energy impacts against it, and you see that this one vibrating in anger and turning blue and all shades of red and yellow just and vanishes off again into impacts of energy vanishing from sight.
Did it die or did it go down?
It died.
Okay.
Yeah, it appears to completely
Sorry.
detonate
It's
from the
safe.
inside
It's
out.
safe. It didn't go off the table.
That hunter's mark, so you're aware you can move it to another creature on your turn.
Yay.
Yeah. So that's going to be your 2 attacks there. Do you want to move?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. 6 squares.
Get up, you dingus.
Gotta get up, gotta get up,
6.
Okay.
So I can catch those guys, yeah, and you're aware.
Yep. Yeah, you can definitely see those 2 now. All right.
Zap. Zip,
Oh,
zap,
hey,
zap.
on my turn too, do I recognize these things at all? Like, from magic studies, perhaps?
From magic.
Just make a general intelligence check.
Wow, no I don't. That's a 6.
That's a 6.
Yeah.
Fuzzy lightning bolts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, static electricity.
Yeah.
Fuzzy asshole lightning
Alrighty,
bolts.
Allura, you're up. So you got the 2 engaged with you. What do you want to do?
I am going to stabby stab.
Piece out of a
Stabby stab, which
She
one?
just kept
The
running.
one that just appeared or the one you've been assailing?
The one that I've been assailing.
Go for it.
This one has been good to me today. It's a natural 20.
Oh!
So that's 2 in a row for you. So
That dice has been good to me.
this one is your sneak attack.
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
doubled. So you get to roll 2d8 plus 6d6.
How does she get sneak attack on that one?
Because she gets sneak attack as long as she is
I'm
next
stealing.
to a creature with no, I believe, no other ally within 5 feet. But let me double
Isn't
check.
that an ally right there though?
No,
No, that's-
it's,
no,
I
that's
think it's
an
an ally of her, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Hang on, I could be wrong.
No.
Already consults the
66.
tones.
That's cray cray. Can I see this guy? This is cool.
Yeah.
I like this.
Xanathar's-
Is this new?
Yeah, I got it for myself in my stocking.
Aww.
Oh.
Get yourself a
Yeah, I put things
like
in my own
confetti.
stocking.
I put my
It's legit.
feet in my stock.
It's pretty, hey? It's
Yeah, I
like
think
a,
it's like
it's like
confetti.
a,
Oh,
yeah,
I
it's
thought
kind
you
of
were
like
saying
a,
something completely different.
like a
now.
fun 80s marble.
Yeah.
Or like a fun 80s rock.
Yeah, I like it.
Don't bit there.
Or kind of like 60s terrazzo
It
floor.
works with like your
No other
dice color
creatures are
aesthetic.
within 5
That's my
feet of
word
you.
slide.
So you could
Aw.
move, take an attack of opportunity, and then get the damage,
do it. It's worth it. It's so worth it.
or you just rolled it as it is. So,
So, wait, what?
so actually, you know what? There is a way for you to do this. I'm gonna help out here as the DM because this is fun. Because you get the free disengage once you attack, you can attack for your first attack, disengage for free, move around that creature so nothing else is within 5 feet of you, and then attack again and get sneak attack.
Right, but I wouldn't get it on a
You don't
D20.
get it on the crit, but you at least get sneak attack.
Right.
So for this you'll roll 2d8
Okay.
plus your dex plus 1, so 2d8 plus 4.
What to say?
It's good.
So, 16?
16, okay, so that gets 8, okay, and so now you've got your free movement, so you can move
So-
wherever you like.
Disengage.
Yep.
And
There you go. So now there's no other creature within 5 feet of you, so
Okay.
you get sneak attack now.
so that wouldn't even need to disengage because I was stated within melee
No,
range.
you disengage from the other one.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay,
And so now you get your
Turn
second
you
attack, which
around, 'cause-
again can either be another frostbrand attack, or you can shoot with your offhand.
am I allowed to?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think so. I don't think I get a second
Crossbow
attack.
expert?
No, I think it has to be.
Yeah, let me check.
Battle guys, it's been a while. We apologize
It's with
for the
attack
constant
with a
checking,
one-handed
but
weapon.
it happens.
Yeah.
Use bonus to attack with a
The
hand
recap of this
crossbow.
episode. We walked outside.
Plus, I'd rather we
Yeah,
double
so-
down.
So you get a bonus
We
action.
walked
attack.
outside. We got fucked.
It was a.
It's a 19.
19 just
Yeah.
hits.
Yeah.
It's attack.
Thank God.
Roll damage.
So
And
3d6
sorry, I'm assuming
plus
you're shooting
8.
the same one. Or are you
And
shooting
these
the other
darn things.
Yeah,
one? Same one?
yeah.
Okay, go for it. So it's 3d6 plus
plus-
1d6 for the crossbow,
Oh, yeah.
plus 3. It's enough.
10, 14
14.
plus.
Plus 3.
Yeah.
17. Alright, awesome. So even halved, that is enough. The crossbow bolt passes into this one, and again you see the arc energy flashing as you've seen before, although this time it does fully dissipate as the creature is removed from the board.
Yes.
Alright, 2 left. We've gone through Allura, Les, and Hope. You 2 are up. What are you doing?
I'm going to rush the one that's by.
Do you have
You've
enough
got the
movement
one
to
right
get there?
beside you that you can actually attack, or you can
Run.
Don't leave
charge
me,
across the
Les.
battlefield and not get there and do
No,
anything.
it sounds like the party.
Yeah.
You're
I
gonna
don't-
be fine, I guess.
I can pull out my bow this round and
You'll be fine.
So I was like, huh?
Alright, so
That's
you
far.
turn sideways.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do it because I have action surge. So
You could, yeah, you could get
be
there
30
and then action
with
surge.
dash.
So yeah, you
Could
so you
dash
move,
on my
action
turn,
dash,
action surge.
make 2 attacks.
Yeah,
It's up to you if you want to.
but then I'll be burning it, so
Correct.
we don't need to do that.
Alright, so you
We're
move to the
fine.
one beside you, go ahead and make your 2 attacks.
Yeah, boy. Huzzah!
And you get your D4.
It's gonna hit so hard.
Plus 7.
Plus 8. Yeah, 15 plus 8.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll damage.
It hits.
That's a 5
Alright,
for the first.
so first is 5 plus all your mods,
Right. So
Also,
plus
it's a
7.
magic weapon.
plus
Yeah.
6. Because it's 1 for the trident, 2 for your extra bonus to your damage, and 3 for your strength.
I feel like you should be.
Oh, right, because
doing
it's not. Yeah, okay. So, yes.
Yeah. So 11. Awesome. Second attack.
Memorized so much.
Yeah.
He really has.
And
All of our sheets.
Natural
None of us
19.
have.
that'll hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
I am free, free as the wind blows.
Yeah, welcome to my life. I write
like a
D&D,
bird.
random
Oh no,
D&D.
you guys, I wouldn't put it past him to have
So 3 plus
all of them memorized.
6, right?
He memorized all
3
of the
plus
places in
6.
Costco.
Yeah, so.
9.
All the what?
9
Prices
is
in Costco.
exactly enough.
Ah, I'm
We do
so
want to know.
fulfilled.
Okay, so
You've
this is the
now
best deal for
slain
this because this costs
4
this
of
much
these
per
entities.
item.
Oh my god.
Slashing back and forth.
Les
and
is
over.
gonna feel
And
great.
You two just sailing this one right beside you, and Les just comes in and quick 2 strikes and then pins it to the ground as it just dissipates its energy across. And again, you feel that lightning surge in and the arcing across your arms. If you had hair on your arms, it would be standing on
But
you.
you're silky smooth, you
The scales are
scaly
just
The
going
fuck.
scales are just kind of,
Yeah.
I just
Run away.
kind of have constant sweat going because it's just like a moisture thing. So I'm just like whipping around
It's
the
actually just-
dreads.
I think it's just mucus, but yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
Kind of
awesome.
flash
Alright,
dance.
that
Les,
is
that's your
it.
turn.
Really membrane.
Hope you're up.
Does it expel an action to add Hunter's Mark to this
It's a
one?
bonus action to move it. So,
Oh.
but because you don't really do anything as a bonus action anyways, you can do it if you'd like.
Yes.
Okay, go for it. So you move your hunter's mark over there. So you are within 120 feet if you want to try and firebolt it. Go
Yeah,
for
that's what I'm thinking. Woo! Not 20!
it. Natural 20.
Oh, we are doing so good!
So it's 2d10 for the cantrip, doubled. So that's 4d10.
Woo!
Plus you get your 1d6.
Oh.
for your hunter's
4d10?
mark. Plus-
Finish him!
Plus your 1d6 for your hunter's mark, which is
Obliterate.
2d6. So
So wait.
4d6.
Four-
Sorry, 4d10
Alright, 4d10.
Do you need another d10?
plus 2d6.
Take the heavy one.
Yeah, I'll take one. I'll take one of these. So 4d10 plus.
2d6.
I got 2d6.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh my god, this is so exciting.
Holy shit.
Whoa!
Nice.
Big numbers.
So
Quick maths.
2 4s, 2
30,
6s, a 10, and
34.
a 4.
It's 34.
34 points of damage. How do you want to do this?
Yeah!
Even with the reduction, cross map, Zalura is charging away from this entity, slashing at
Yeah.
one, pinning it to the ground, killing it, preparing the,
Yeah,
the sword.
seeing how Les just kind of like pinned that one down, I'm like, we got this. And I'm like, turn over, see it in my sights, and I'm like, I got this too. And I'm just like,
And just like high arc the baseball
Yeah.
from the outfield to the what do they like goalie? Jesus, to the catcher.
Yeah.
Outfield to the catcher.
D&D, guys.
Throw
We
it
don't play
high.
sports,
we
that's
don't
why we
play
play
sports.
D&D.
actually, you know, like, is it shot put or something? You know, like that
Oh, yeah.
sport where they
Oh, the
spin
discus?
round?
The discus.
Oh, the hammer. Hammer
discus.
toss.
Yeah, and I'm like,
It's discus, isn't it?
They do
Well,
that in
discus,
discus
they
with
do it in both.
yeah, you know, like Mrs. Trunchbull, basically, like,
Yeah, there you go.
Uh,
And just whip it right at it as it just arcs around over your turn, ready to go, looking and engaging, and suddenly this violent bolt of fire just impacts against this, and you see it dissipate across, but this dissipates and detonates into 4 directions, and whatever was there before is fully eliminated.
Wait, no one look. Cool people don't look at explosions.
Nicely done, team.
Holy fuck. That
Alright.
was so satisfying.
we did a fight and we won
How's
with
everyone-
minimal
We rolled
damage.
so
We
well.
did.
How's everyone doing? Duty done?
Laura and Leaf and Elise kind of beg to agree.
yeah.
Or beg to disagree.
I
I'm
killed
sorry, you guys, I
one.
farted.
How's everyone doing? You want to get a bit of health going?
Les, you
Yeah.
killed 4, didn't you?
Oh, I did. Oh,
Yeah.
I did.
Les killed 4,
I
Laura
killed
killed
one.
1, and you killed 1.
I killed one.
Oh, sorry, Les killed 3. You killed 1. Apologies, yeah. Alrighty.
No
Way
valor
to take it
stealing.
away from
Don't steal
No.
valor, Les.
So-
God damn it, Doc.
Not again.
I feel like I was in a
so-
leather jacket this whole fucking time, and now I'm just free.
So is there like a
Wretched.
campfire and like
Yeah,
detritus
I'd
left
like to
over?
go.
So the campfire in the center area, where the 4 meet, is empty. What you saw before was the flickering light of these entities that were mimicking firelight. Going over and looking at the robes and armor pieces and assorted pieces of clothing that are on the ground now scattered as a result of the snowballs, you realize that whatever this was seemed to have been set up in some way as an ambush trap for wayward adventurers.
Is there any cool armor or anything, or is it just like pretty standard?
Investigation check.
I'm curious about that too.
Yeah, go for it.
Could it be a Vistani
Are
trap?
there any with us on the border of the clearing? Does there appear to be any kind of I don't know, tripwire or something?
Make a perception check.
I'm also curious while looking at the armor, just to see if it all looks like it belongs to one person, or if it's kind of haphazard, like they've gathered
It is
things.
very patchwork.
Yeah, okay.
There's the
From,
shoulder
multiple
pad
people.
from something, some leather bits here, a little armored breastplate on one side that's clearly broken slightly. So, investigation.
17.
Healing.
15.
I wouldn't have had the bless
a little
still,
low,
would I?
not majorly low.
Bless doesn't apply to
Do you
this.
still want something?
I can help out with that too. I can.
So you two with the investigation,
I don't think
looking around, trying to find
spell
anything.
slots or something.
I don't
you
have
don't
to
find
use a
anything
spell
in
slot.
the
You don't
rush,
have to?
looking
Okay,
through the
I would
fire.
say do that.
It appears like whatever this was, it was set up specifically as some kind of a trap.
Yeah.
Don't use spell slot.
And there doesn't appear
Don't
to be
waste
anything
it.
valuable.
I don't
in
think this is the first thing we're gonna do.
Could I?
Be attacked by.
So you perception checking, looking around for tripwires, anything around the outside. They're go ahead and roll. What'd you roll?
I rolled an 8.
An 8. Okay. There doesn't appear to be anything around.
I
Kind of
figured.
catching as best you can. There's a lot of fog. Lot of
Yeah,
difficult things to
perception's
be able
not
to
like
see.
my strong suit,
You
but
said you were
Could
looking.
I?
I wanted to look.
Yeah, you did look. So, looking around, you don't really see anything too much. You do notice, though, as you're looking around, that this path that led in here, it is a definitive path, but it is the only path. There isn't anything that appears to lead out on the other sides.
Oh.
You would surmise that this is probably an alternate path that was maybe created either by creatures or by the Vistani themselves, that was an alternate to prevent people from getting to their camp, or if anybody was trying to find them, to waylay them in some way.
So this is like a bad path.
A red herring.
So while we're doubling back to the other path, I want to use the rod to restore spell slot.
You can do that.
And also,
So does anyone who needs a little help who's looking a little worse for wear needs some?
I think I am. Allura probably is a bit more than either of us, and then Lee.
I can take care of myself. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I do?
Can we finish what's happening?
Oh, I thought you guys were healing.
well, I
I don't
haven't.
have to do it.
So what their thing is that they get to just take a set number of hit points and just distribute them. It's not like resting.
Oh,
and healing.
sorry.
Yeah.
So,
I thought it was
so-
just a. Yeah, sorry.
So
Yeah.
what we'll do is we'll actually take a quick break at this point, let you do that, decide where that's all going to go, because we've had a lot of people in the chat asking us because they joined in late. Who won the contest?
Oh.
So I promised them a recap when we take our break.
Yeah.
So
Bernard
Kevin, if you'd like
Sanders.
to.
Right. Yeah. It was Dungeons and Drakes. Dungeons _ Drakes. Why am I still talking?
You're in the last place.
Yes.
We take our roleplay very seriously
Yeah,
here.
Dungeons and
Except
Drakes
right.
on Instagram won the Arcane Spellbook cards. And
Very jealous.
the set of dice on Twitter.
Fallen Monk D20.
That's
Fallen
at Fallen Monk D20
So-
won the dice.
so
So you can put that in chat.
I'm going to put this in chat. So we had, this is Insta, was.
Thanks for checking in,
It
people.
was
Dungeons underscore and underscore.
Dungeons
Dungeons
22 out of 36.
underscore and underscore
whatever you see
Drakes.
fit. I don't think we should waste a
And
spell
the
slot
word
on it,
and.
so just
And
I got my own thing.
A&D.
you good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm being
So this
preserved
is contest winners.
Thinking maybe
Which, by the way, he
Sorry.
DM'd the Instagram account after we announced at the start. Said, "Bro, let's go. I dabbed when I won. Yeehaw."
Yeah, he commented in chat. And then Twitter was the other one, and that was
At Fallen Monk D20.
at Fallen Twitter Fallen Monk D20.
myself.
Thanks everyone.
So,
Healing yourself.
thanks guys.
Healing yourself.
I'm gonna try and do this, like, if not, maybe not every week, but every 2 weeks, maybe.
Ooh, that's hella exciting.
We've been getting DMs for people to give away
Once a month
prizes
seems
and
very-
stuff.
Yeah.
So if that works out, we may be able to
We'll
do
be
stuff.
figuring it out, but
Yeah.
we're definitely going to make this a thing. We're at that point now where we can start to do that.
This won't be the only one. So if you watched and you didn't win, don't worry. There will be more opportunities to win
Lots more.
in the next few.
And if
Maybe-
you want to
maybe-
give us stuff to give away to people,
That's
we're also
true.
Yeah.
down with
Also-
We're
that.
all about promoting awesome D&D small business. So
Yeah.
give us a shout.
We've also got these, which I can actually make more of if we ever need to.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, they're super easy.
Oh.
Yeah, I can do felted little dice trays. They're not obviously your wormwood quality. They're not gonna be leather, but you know, nice little.
We like them.
We
Ooh,
do.
it's a Jody Rose special.
Jody Rose original. Yeah.
Made with velvet and plywood.
Velvet and not plywood.
I know.
Also.
I'm kidding.
All of them.
Yeah.
All right,
We're
so we're gonna
rambling.
go ahead and take our quick break here. We'll
Yeah.
be back in just a few, and we'll be back to you guys soon.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for bearing with us.
Is that
So
Toby
yeah, just to
Maguire?
clarify as well for everybody in the chat and everybody watching, we
But is
did
it Toby
explicitly
Maguire's
say
Spider-Man?
on the Instagram post
Yeah.
that multiple entries were allowed. So
The coolest
yes,
Spider-Man.
Dungeons and Drakes did win, but it was because we still did use a number generator. It was randomly chosen, but the sheer number of entries.
And there were other people that did multiple ones as well,
Yeah.
not just him. So.
Exactly. So people
Yeah.
read the rules. They
But
were
it was
able
our
to
first
benefit.
one, and next time I think we will just do one entry.
No, we'll still do multiple.
No.
It's just
Yeah.
next time now you know that there's multiple.
Uh-huh.
Spam your friends. Like
Yeah,
anyone that you're
also,
following, toss it in there.
yeah, also we will then also do like the whole randomization thing on here.
Yeah, which
so
we
it's
still
a bit
did.
more
We'll
Yeah.
purely pick based on who has the coolest name
I
and
thought you
is
were
Don't
the
gonna
best.
even throw that out there.
It's the
People
best.
just start making accounts to make shit.
Yeah, or
I think that's a good
Whoever
idea.
has the
Let's
coolest
choose
name
by that.
and
Yeah.
strokes our ego the best,
Yeah.
I,
will win.
I
That
knew
is
the
not where I thought
secondary.
that was going.
Whoever
Whichever
writes the
one of you
best
guys has
Dicecream
watched
fanfiction.
Dragon Prince
Yes.
seasons 1 and 2, all seasons now streaming on Netflix.
Yeah. By the way, again, highlights
Message
to
me.
Jesse and Akala for congratulations season 3.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Huge awesome.
Just DM
Yeah.
me, and I will make sure you win. Personally, I will personally guarantee you win if you
I
vote
Slide
for
into
Dragon
his
Prince.
DMs.
Yeah,
Everyone has
I'm
like
waiting
one
to-
design work
I
on
have
a
to say,
dirty
I'm waiting for
little
someone to
manner.
call me a snack. Like,
Yeah.
is this happening?
You're a snack.
Any queers
You're very
out there?
snacky.
Pull up in the
Also, no one commented that I changed shirts.
I did.
The power.
Sorry, I got
They
really
did, and I
loud.
Power
was
of Toby.
Is that Toby Maguire?
I did. I was really
Power of
loud
Toby.
about it.
Alright,
and you
so
did
what's
not
going on
pay
now?
attention.
Alright,
Doing a
so-
little better.
All right, I'm going to attack
In the
something.
clearing, you do find that this one path that led in here, eventually scouring the
here.
edge, trying to find some kind of additional path out. Thank you. You are unable to find that. So
Cool.
you would guess that this path, whatever it was most likely a subtle way of diverting people from eventually being able to reach the Vistani.
Fuck, we got fucked.
Doubling back. Let's go.
So, doubling back,
What's happening? I don't understand.
She farted and she thinks it's hilarious.
Okay.
Oh.
That's
Okay.
all.
I thought it was
That's all that
directed at me.
Yeah.
Girls don't
So-
fart.
doubling back, eventually
Weird.
reaching the fork that you took the wrong
Oh,
path.
good point.
You realize that the trails and tracks on the ground are not only those of animals, but of humanoid figures, and you would guess that given the obvious placement of them, they were likely left on purpose.
Fuck
Potentially to
this.
hide the true path, or to have would-be visitors get lost in the woods and succumb to the creatures of Barovia.
Okay, so these guys are already assholes.
Let's murder him. You're right.
Like,
No.
Yeah, a village that hates them, and they're completely off in the woods trying to survive.
alright, I
Yeah.
get
I think
it.
they have good reasons. It's just that we were lucky enough to get
Let's
caught.
go down the other
Seems
path.
very
So-
Captain Marvel.
Following the other path for about another 10,
There we
15
go.
minutes. What's our marching order for this one?
That's okay.
I think the same as before.
Yeah, I can
Lead in
lead.
front, Hope in behind, everybody
Yep.
else in the middle. Okay. So,
Yeah.
Elite. Eventually, the woods part to reveal an expansive clearing. about 20-30 minutes after walking further in. A small grass-covered hill with low houses built into its sides is visible, as fog obscures the details. But you can see that these buildings feature elegantly carved woodwork and have decorative lanterns hanging from their sculpted eaves. Atop the hill, above the fog, is a full ring of barrel-topped wagons that surround a large tent with a column of smoke pouring out through a hole in the top. The tent is brightly lit from within. Even at this distance, you can smell the odors of wine and horses that emanate from this area.
Horses.
Standing in front of each of the buildings that are built into the hill, you see a single figure.
I'm going to approach him.
No.
Not
There's-
too late doing it.
There's
Approaching the
multiple
single
in front of different houses, but we can walk in. Yeah, let's. I mean, I think we should just go into the town. We're here to visit. We
Already
bring
walking.
no ill will.
So are you taking the lead in front of Elise?
I believe so.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Can I trip the doctor when he walks by me?
We're doing
Sure.
bits right now.
Make a.
Apparently, yes, we are.
What does this even be? Yeah, I'll get you to make.
Thank you.
What do your high says?
Make a dexterity check,
I mean, top
and
10.
Doctor make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. My ducks.
So you're just adding straight your dex.
Okay.
10.
20.
So Les sticks out a foot, and you, not expecting it to happen, but definitely noticing the very slow motion. It's not the quick flash of a foot. It's the looking down. Where's he gonna step? Hi-ya! And then putting your foot down, and you just deftly jump over and begin striding towards what? Are you heading up the hill?
You said there was a lone figure, right?
So there's a lone figure standing in front of each of the 6 houses that are around that are kind of built into the hill.
Okay.
And then there's a path that leads up towards the center.
I was going to approach one of the figures in front of the houses, the closest to us.
Okay. So coming up on one of those figures, you see that whatever kind of creature this is, human, you're not quite sure. They are wearing full gloves, a long cloak that covers all of their skin, and then a full mask drawn up to just underneath the eyes with a long hood. You can see long black, kind of matted hair slightly.
Just making it.
I'm going to call out to them. Well met, travelers. We were said we could approach the camp by Jorod.
Proceed, and he gestures towards the path in front of you.
Thank you. Follow the path.
Just just general perception. How tall is this person, this character?
Make a perception check.
Yeah. 21.
21, okay. A little over 6 feet. Difficult to tell any kind of build, but...
Alright.
Oh, whispers!
It's a
Oh
furball!
my god. What?
It's Strahd.
It's strong.
We're all good. Surprised you just try to stomp my foot.
No. I'm taking the higher path here.
Ask about the ravens.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, Allura's not really
Are
paying
those
attention.
6 people the ravens?
No, just asking if there's something around. Allura wouldn't be paying attention, but I
I
think
can look.
yeah,
Oh.
We're good.
I'm not a think.
What happened?
We're good. So,
Yeah.
alrighty.
Whispers.
Whispers.
Are there any ravens around the Vistani camp? that
Go
we
ahead and make a
can see?
perception check.
Didn't mean to steal your thunder there, Jesse. That's gonna be 17 plus. So that's going to be 24.
24? Okay. Looking around, looking high above, it is a clearing. Looking, kind of expecting to see something moving around. You don't actually notice any ravens around.
Noted.
So, making your way up, the path does meander a little bit slightly as you start to go up the hill, and you do notice following the path along the side, it kind of cuts up between 2 of the houses. And looking down over the side, in comparison to the rest of the houses that you've seen so far, having the one figure, there is one house that has 3 figures standing in front of it, and is a little bit more well lit than the rest. Okay, so continuing up the path. Alrighty. So,
Do.
oh my god, my laptop is lagging. This is why I need a new computer.
If you want to donate to the GoFundMe for Jordy's new laptop.
Oh, don't worry. The GoFundMe Jordy's new laptop is being funded.
Yeah.
So,
Great.
following the path and
better
making
than
your
like
way
most
up the hill,
GoFundMes.
you first hear the sounds of loud, raucous laughter spilling from inside several barrel-topped wagons, followed quickly by delighted screams and laughter of children in others. Getting closer, heavy snores are audible through most of the rest of the wagons near the path. Then suddenly a blast of dung smell as you see over 24 horses laying on the ground, piles of shit everywhere.
Wait, what time of day is it? Didn't we leave in the like early morning?
You were in the early morning when you went to the
Oh, to
Henrik,
to
yeah.
I
Henrik.
just assume it's
Henrik.
always twilight.
Yeah.
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 You would have actually left the village closing in on noon, and with everything that it took you to get here, it would have been about another 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Okay, so it's about
So it's
2
kind
in
of
the
like early
afternoon.
afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah, by the way, when you were saying like the horses lying, are they alive or dead?
They're alive.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
they're lying,
It's just
sleeping.
their horse.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I just because I mean
Don't
things
horses
poop
sleep
when they
standing up?
die as
Yeah,
well.
no, it's piles of poop. It's not like excreted
I tried.
bowels.
I just needed to check. I was concerned for seconds.
What is happening tonight? It's such a weird.
It's this
We
Aries
thought-
season.
We
Well,
left
welcome to
Vallaki.
the-
It is Aries season.
So
Ah.
the horses are laying on the stone ground, and you see that a lot of them are tethered to stone blocks inside the circle of wagons, but outside the tent that's in the middle with the smoke coming out. So you've got a series of wagons, series of different sounds. Nobody appears to be walking about outside, but you've got the ones with heavy raucous laughter. You've got the ones with the kids laughing and probably playing of some kind.
Are there any more of those cloaked figures floating around?
The cloak fig, the ones down below?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
There
So
are-
those guys are all at the bottom. What are the options again? I'm sorry.
So you've got a series of wagons.
Yeah.
You've got the ones where there's a lot of heavy, kind of adult, raucous laughter. You recognize this kind of as drunk laughter. And then the kids laughing, and definitely sounds like screams of delight playing. And then the snorings
I'm gonna pop in on the drunk tent.
on the drunk tent.
Yeah.
gonna-
I think.
I don't feel like I should be by myself.
I'm
Can I
gonna-
follow?
Yeah, I'm gonna tail Doctor if you don't mind.
Yeah, by all
Oh, yeah.
means.
Yeah.
We're
we
pretty
all-
I
groovy
think we're all
guys.
going, basically.
We're wavy gravy.
We're
over
not
here.
separating. We're not separating.
Let's
the-
not split the party.
Yeah.
Even in the Vistani camp.
Okay. So, in the camp, you eventually come out to the side. You find that there is a door unlocked, ajar. And looking inside, you see that there are about 3 fairly intoxicated people, regular darker skin coloring that you've seen in Vistani
Is this
have
in the
before.
lodge tent? Sorry.
No, this is not. You have the wagons are surrounding the large tent. All the things you've heard are coming from the wagons.
Oh, okay.
And you see that there are 3 definitely intoxicated people playing a card game at one of the tables
Okay.
inside the tent.
Any of them
Or inside
Gerard?
sorry?
Any of them Gerard?
Looking inside, none of these appear to be Gerard.
Okay.
I'm gonna meander over to the tent.
The big one?
The tent.
I'll let you. I'll let this finish. Sorry.
Oh, I was just wondering if it was him.
Yeah, it doesn't appeer to be Gerard inside the first one. There are 10 wagons, so he might be in one of them, but the first one that you went up to, he doesn't appear to be in.
I'm not gonna interrupt their game. They're having a great time.
Why don't we go to the big tent?
Alrighty, so you having said that you're making your way towards the big tent?
Yeah. Elif will follow.
I'm going with.
Okay. So, making your way through, eventually finding your way towards the big tent. Quickly pull this back up.
Sorry, Jordy.
Oh, sorry, it's my own fault.
Oh.
Roll initiative.
Forgive Jordy.
Fuck.
Okay, there we go. Sorry.
We haven't broke Joe.
Piled outside the wagon are several empty casks of wine. From inside the tent comes the crack of a whip, followed by the howls of a young man. There's puttering campfires. Sorry. 3 sputtering campfires fill the tent with smoke, and through the haze you see 6 Vistani passed out in various places on the dead grass. A barely conscious and shirtless teenager hugs the central tent pole, his wrists bound with rope and his back streaked with blood. An older, larger man in studded leather armor lashes the young man with a horsewhip, causing him to scream again. Standing in the bigger man's shadow is a third man, also clad in studded leather. "Easy, brother," he says to the whip-wielding brute. "I think Alex has had enough."
Wow, really kinky in the Vistani camp.
We're sorry to intrude. We were asked to come here by Gerard.
So you're announcing your presence?
Absolutely.
Okay. And they just kind of turn to you, and the man wielding the whip just instinctively draws it back and sees you standing in the way, and then just kind of pauses for a second. What are you doing here?
We met Strahd during the festival in Vallaki. We were sharing stories about dealing with the devil.
He begins to lower the whip slightly. What have you come here for, then?
He said to come find him here, if we wanted to discuss it more.
Strahd is in either one of the gambling tents or the sleeping tents. Feel free to knock around. And he begins to turn back with the whip.
Sure, we don't get a kink shame. We can.
May I ask what this young fella did?
Why do you ask, stranger?
Well, we are strangers in your camp, and certainly we don't want to share the same fate.
You are not one of the Vistani. You come here in peace. You ask your questions and you leave. No fate will be shared.
Very well.
And he lashes again. And the boy that was tied to that, having fallen silent, little tears streaking down his face, does kind of come back to life and just crack against it. And you can see these desperately biting, trying not to scream out in pain again.
You guys want to do anything about this? I'm good.
I'm sure neutral. I'm like,
Yeah, no, I don't care.
You know what? I'm fighting it, but I'm thinking we left hags to cook up some kids, so this is like another drop in the bucket of.
Yeah, we did do that.
It's Vistani just like dealing out punishment.
Vistani on Vistani. Yeah. You can see the dark skin, the
Honestly,
somewhat younger man, definitely late teens, early 20s or so, whereas the other two are well into their 30s.
to make sure this isn't like a kink
if not
You do
their
you,
40s.
man.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, no, I think we just keep walking on and look for Strahd.
yeah.
I'm gonna. No. Let's keep looking for him.
Okay. So, making your way back out, closing
The
the tent.
morality thing goes like this.
Well, can we insight to check to see if the person being whipped is being whipped for punishment?
Or just for funsies.
Not
or
quite.
like
Like
not
a-
in an
like,
evil
sorry,
way, but in
punishment
a
or
justice
punishment?
system kind
It's-
of way.
Yeah, like did he
Clearly
commit?
not enjoyable. So,
But no, like
They're not wearing like assless chaps.
yeah, there's
I wondered why everyone was in leather when we got here.
I think we just walked in on a sacred Vistani ritual.
did
Feeling
we just
frisky.
walk into a leather tent?
That was almost a spew.
That would have been very
spit
funny.
take.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whip daddy.
It's really difficult to tell. They're not
Okay.
telling you anything.
Yeah.
You're seeing someone getting whipped. Probably a good chance that it's something to do with punishment, but you would have no idea what for.
We've
unless
just-
you asked more questions.
I did a sticky situation in Vallaki.
Especially-
Like, no need to get into that.
Yeah, we don't need to get involved.
yeah. I'm not even sure if I actually went in the tent with you.
We let that boy get dragged by a horse. We let some hags eat some kids. I'm good with that.
Did we
Yep.
actually let the hag
Yeah,
eat
we're
some kids?
they're actively operating.
100%,
They're
yeah.
still doing that.
1,000,000%.
Oh.
Yeah.
This weighs heavily on my neutral good conscience.
I'm gonna go to the sleeping tent.
Okay, so there's a bunch of them. You can
Yeah,
there
we
are
said
assorted
gambling
sleeping
tent.
tents.
I'm awful
I'll
neutral.
get you to just make investigation checks.
Sure.
Sure.
We'll just say we went there.
Nope.
I don't think I went in the tent. That's fine. Let's see.
Investigation, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, 12.
12? Okay. Making your way around, slowly but surely, kind of like peeking in a little bit, just kind of, Strahd? And you kind of look around
Hey,
at the people
buddy.
inside, and the Vistani, like the ones who are awake, stare back at you and just kind of, and then like gesture to the inside, and you don't notice him there. On the third one that you go to, you do wake a man up who is sleeping, and he just kind of, piss off, Gerard's out. He's gonna be back in a couple hours.
Where'd he go?
He's hunting Arabelle. Just
Who's Arabelle? We're new here. I apologize for my line of questioning.
That
shit, you're
sounds
Vistani,
familiar.
what the fuck? And you can see now that he's starting to blink a little bit.
He's not
like
Vistani
he kind
either.
of assumed that you were
Just
someone
6
coming around
people
just
just
asking for
Scooby
Gerard.
Dooing.
Well, you guys aren't with me on this.
Yeah, no.
No, it's you two just off knocking on doors trying to figure out where he is. And
Yeah.
just kind of,
Actively.
Arabelle, he's a leader's. She's a leader's daughter. Disappeared a few days ago. I'm trying to find her.
Disappeared.
Just connecting all the dots.
She disappeared. Do you know what happened? What do you know? There's a boy being punished in the central town. Is that related?
I'm assuming he was the one on guard when she was stolen.
Really?
Or when she left, whatever it was.
Thank you very much. I appreciate this.
Can I go back to sleep now?
Absolutely. Go.
You should.
Sure thing.
Cool.
What do you make of that? Arabelle was the name on the piece of paper with Octavio.
Yes, that's right. And he's the leader she's the daughter of the Vistani leader. Let's ask around about this Arabelle some more. Why don't you go talk to those brutes in that tent, use some of your wiles. I'm going to go speak to the guards downstairs.
The guards downstairs.
Yeah,
like
the cloaky man.
Cloaky man.
Cloaky man.
The cloaky man.
I don't think we're gonna get much out of the like you're talking the guy whipping.
The whipsters?
We might if that's the guy that was on watch while she disappeared.
I think we'll likely get more out of the
Yeah, you go talk to them. I'm going to talk to the cloaks.
Yeah.
Just to point out, I don't think I'm any where is
We're
everyone
just sort of in the
relation
middle, I
to
think.
this?
Where are you?
Yeah,
that's
Where are you?
I'm saying I'm tailing the group that's going around, but not actively going in. I just know I'm fucking.
I went
big
looking
and
for the gambling tent.
Jesus, what?
So there are a series of gambling tents depending on the type of gambling you like. There are
Actually,
dice game,
I'm
there's
gonna head
card game.
straight for the dice game.
For the dice game, okay.
Leaf, would you like to join me? I'm going to go speak to the gentleman downstairs.
I'd like to talk to those men. I like their style.
Yeah, I think you might.
I think you would too.
And on the way down to them, in Elven, with these two, I think both you.
He's a half elf and I'm an elf.
They both speak Elvish. Just say, so you know, these, I noticed something a little familiar with these, with the person that greeted us. They seem to have ears similar to yours, Leith. So maybe we might be able to bridge a bit of a connection there.
It seems likely.
Yes, I think we could.
All right.
Okay.
Hope, do you want to come gamble?
There's one in the back.
I think perhaps I should accompany you.
That's probably for the best.
That's good. You could probably spy on them and give me hand signals. Okay.
Alright, so you
that
three making your
might
way
not.
towards one of the gambling tents, the dice tent, specifically.
That's where I'm going.
How do we know what's a dice tent and what's not? When
You just pop in.
tents?
What are you playing? And then they'll tell you.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll come to you three after. You three coming, heading down towards to talk to the guards. Are you going to one by himself, or are you going to the group of three?
Group of three. Group of three look the same.
Yeah.
Group of three.
Because that looks like if it's a fancier house, it's probably the leader's.
And they didn't relay that information to us yet.
These two talked, so it's up to you if you relayed it to them.
Well,
I assume at the start when we were all there, everyone's been
the doctor.
we didn't mention the elf thing because Leaf just.
No,
No.
the
was
Vistani leader.
What I was gonna
daughter.
say.
Yeah, the Arabelle's.
The doctor's gonna go and chat with the guards at the front. When we were in the center tent, the name Arabelle was mentioned. I gather it's the leader's daughter who's been missing, was kidnapped, or left, or is missing currently. So Gerard is out looking for her.
Right.
So perhaps we can ask questions whilst gambling.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I think people, when they're drinking and gambling, their guard is down a little bit. So
I agree. Cunning is a very useful tool.
I think I might try this gambling.
Whoa! I think I might try one of these beers you talked about.
One alcohol, please.
That is exactly how
one
I think.
marijuana.
I'll have a single cocaine.
Can I have?
One cocaine, please.
Just a half cocaine.
Can I
Start
have
easy.
a
gotta
pot
go
of
to
the
school
broccoli
tomorrow.
one, please?
Alright, so starting off with your three heading down. Standing quietly in front of the house, bathed in the warm light of its lanterns, you see three sullen gray-cloaked figures. Their angular features and black flowing hair half hidden under their cowls. Leith, you recognize these features. They're not a far cry from the ones you saw growing up, and the ones you see every day when you're growing up.
They're drow.
Close. The one in front raises his chin slightly as all three turn to face you, and the dim light spills across ashen skin, almond eyes, and hard-cut cheekbones, all very similar to your own
So
features.
handsome.
The one who raises his chin catches your expression and curiously withdraws his hood, revealing a set of long, pointed ears and bright green eyes flashing in the lantern light.
So hot.
Eyes widening as he recognizes what you are in Elven. This is not possible. You, where have you come from? And he begins to make his way towards you, arms outstretched.
Ooh.
I don't know how you got here.
And he just grabs you by the shoulders and just begins like intently looking at
Okay, can I insight
At least
check
just, like,
this from the
quick-
back just to see whether or not there's like
See if it's hostile.
yeah, if there's a hostile.
for it.
I'm gonna remove my hat.
Axe.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can see the spores from
friendly.
his face.
This appears
Yeah.
beyond our definition of surprise.
Okay, cool. Glad to know I can nail these.
Just sort of like hands separating out.
Personal space, guys.
I have a bubble. Perhaps you could respect it.
I apologize profusely. I am Casimir. These are my people.
Elise.
And he gestures to the other two, and they also reveal hoods. Both men. Both
Use a new language.
a variation on drow.
So are they sort of like drow with a different kind of like
They're
elven blood mixed in?
a little bit lighter skinned drow than what you're used to. Definitely not elves, high elves, wood elves. Just not quite anything you've seen, but
Like
very
Twilight
close
elves.
to what
Barovia elves.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Sorry, what's
Because the
right?
sun doesn't come up here.
My apologies for my actions. When I first saw you on site, it has been several hundred years since you've seen a female.
Hold up.
Elise, we're gonna go.
We fucking walked into a commune.
Like Homer Simpson in the brush.
I thought for a moment my dear sister had returned to me.
Oh, damn.
I'm gonna need you to backtrack by several sentences.
Right. I'm so sorry. We don't exactly get many visitors in this area.
I understand that. I'm as surprised to see anyone with ears like mine in this country as you are.
Well, we are similar, of course. You, I assume, drow. We are the Dusk Elves. A shade lighter, a shade closer to the original. But long banished from our lands, brought here to Barovia, unable to return. Please, would you like to come inside? And
Yes.
gestures towards.
I think we'd love to come inside and
Absolutely,
hear your story.
we would.
Yeah, and I want to respond in Elven.
Okay.
I'm gonna remove my hat as we go in.
And they just kind of look over at you and had written you off as just a human and kind of see the ears a little and just kind of.
Yeah.
That's a fantasy ring.
Yes.
Do they like me?
Looking at you, curious.
Like, I'll take that.
No one. Furbolgs are a really, fairly recently, not discovered, but recently announced race in the realm of the traditional Forgotten Realms. So, actually seeing one, especially in Barovia, very difficult thing to come to terms with.
Howdy.
Can you remind me of that guy's name?
Casimir.
Casimir.
Yeah.
So,
Cool name.
opening the door, looking inside, you see a very simple dwelling. 3 beds that are likely too small for the people standing outside who let you in, but each of them goes to sit down on them regardless, as well as a small arrangement of chairs around a wooden table and a fireplace built into the far wall. Around the room, you see an assortment of elven deities standing in cubbyholes, and a single tapestry of a dark forest hangs on the opposite wall above the fireplace.
Are there any statues of Lolth there?
Statues of wolves?
Lolth? Isn't that?
Lolth?
Yeah, the Spider Queen.
No.
Okay.
They're-
Or any others that I would recognize as a drow.
Yeah, you two can make religion checks for me. You as a cleric and you as an elf.
Okay.
Oh, you did wrong.
Yeah.
Nat 2.
Oh,
sick.
Yeah.
Nat
Or
2.
Yeah. I don't have any bonuses to religion, so.
12.
I was like, Nat 1? Oh, 2.
So it's 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
13.
13? Okay. There are 4 different figures. You recognize 1, maybe 2 of them. You recognize Eladrin Leothiel. Oh, that's a really weird thing to say in English. It's kind of a god of abundance, of gardens, of harvests.
Okay, so I
general
might
one like that.
be familiar.
And then the other one is Naralis Analor, a lesser god of healing and suffering.
Okay.
Yeah, the other two you're not quite sure exactly what they are.
So there's nothing to Palor or the Night Queen or anything like that.
Nothing to any of the gods that you've seen so far. These
Sorry.
are definitively elven deities. All the statuettes appear to be hand carved, likely remnants from maybe when these people were not within these realms, or harkening back to their origins.
What was the name of the gods again?
Sorry, yeah, the first one was that. Did you say Elda?
Eldrin.
Oh, Eldrin. Fuck.
Eldrin Leothiel.
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 Leo. Very good.
I apologize for my actions outside.
It's forgiven. I was just taken aback.
You're not the only one. As I said, it's been quite some time.
I understand.
What, if I may ask, brings you here?
Perhaps we can do a tale for a tale, but I'll go first. My companions and I were brought here by the devil.
In all three of them, you can see just kind of a grimace at the name.
I take it you know that person.
You're not the only ones brought here.
Yes.
Please continue.
We managed to escape. We made it to a nearby town. We found ourselves hired to find safe passage for two nobles to Vallaki. We were able to get them there. Experienced a bit of trouble in the town, and we've been looking for anything that will help us against the devil or to get our way back home. I have my two compatriots here. It's Dr. D'Amato and Leaf.
There's a definitive nod towards you, a nod of reverence, and you just kind of get a little...
Doctor's been a very stalwart companion in my time here.
Yes, I've heard that their kind are the best of friends amongst most. I appreciate your candor. What is it you would like to know of us?
When you came here, how you came here, what you know of the devil, why you've no women amongst your group, where your sister went. It is, but as you can see, we've arrived with little to no knowledge of this world.
It is difficult to have knowledge of a world that no one has ever been to before. I understand, of course. As I said, my name is Casimir. I have been in these lands for 500 years at this point. Far longer than I would like to admit. We were brought here as the promise of escaping our suffering in the true plane. Upon landing here, we essentially were enslaved, going from one type of segregation to another.
What kind of segregation did you experience in the other plane?
I'm sure that the one you went through on the prime material is no different than ours.
It is, but I've never seen anyone with your complexion before. Not exactly.
We are those that lie in the middle, between the true elves and the Ra, fitting in neither place, shunned by both. We had small villages, camps, in areas mostly within the Sword Coast, until eventually driven out by those areas, we sought a home. And that home was offered to us by a traveling man. And upon coming here, finding ourselves in this situation, desperately outmatched, unweaponed, we were simply enslaved.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. As for the rest of your questions, my sister, well, it's difficult to remember her name at this point. It has been for 100 years, but still remember. Katrina. She died at the hands of Strahd and of his demons.
I'm very sorry for your loss.
It has been some time, but every once in a while a dream comes to me. See her holding some kind of an amber gem lit with light.
An amber gem.
Yes.
Could you describe it? I know it sounds like a very strange question, but amber seems to be of some significance.
Well, yes, of course, with the Amber Temple.
Yes.
Assume that her spirit trapped under Strahd's castle is trying to bring me there. I just, without any kind of protection from these Vistani, we do not know how long we will last in these lands.
The Vistani have been good friends to you?
In a way. They have prevented us from dying while handing our women to Strahd.
So that explains why all your women are not here.
That does not even begin to explain the purge. Surely not. We who were brought here, enslaved until our dying days, do anything at the chance for redemption.
This is. Can I?
Yeah,
can I,
insight. What? Just tell me what is it telling the truth? Is that what it is?
Yeah, and it's 9.
9. Okay.
Yeah.
Appears to be being pretty honest.
Okay.
Tough to read, but so far has been
I don't know.
quite forthcoming with a lot of information.
My sister's spirit languishes in the depths of the catacombs beneath the castle Ravenloft. Strahd's abomination.
How do you know her spirit is trapped there? Has Strahd some way of keeping those he's killed?
Every time I see her, she's coming up from the depths of that castle. I have to imagine that her body, her spirit, her soul is trapped there, unable to escape these lands.
It may be called comfort to you, because who knows if we'll ever succeed, but if we ever find our way there, I'll do my best to free your sister.
Find our way there. You are not simply trying to leave these lands?
How will we leave these lands without Strahd's destruction?
We're looking to end him.
Persuasion check.
Can I assist?
No. You specifically no.
Ah, fuck, it's already happening.
Fuck. 7.
7. Okay.
But I
Just kind of
bat my eyes real cute.
You are actually, I'll give you advantage because you're a drow specifically.
Yeah. And also because he hasn't seen another elf woman in like 400 years.
Yeah. Another drow woman.
Yeah.
Ooh, what the elf maidens? That's,
Yeah, right?
Ah.
Okay, so that's going to be 13.
13? Okay.
If you truly seek to end the reign of Strahd, as you say, you must seek out the Emperor Temple.
It's
Whatever
on our
my
list.
sister has been
It's
doing,
on our list.
I know where it is. We know where it is. If you would be willing to escort us there, we could at least show you the correct way. God knows there are too many false paths in this land to trust anyone.
That would be a great service. And I have 3 more in my group, all able
Even
warriors.
more
Aye.
of you. Even better. That would be safety in numbers. Almost
Great.
the best.
Hard cut too.
Don't you y'all drinking? Whoa!
Les has killed 4 Vistani, demanding a drinking trophy. Do you know who I am? I'm the drinking champion of Vallaki, I am.
That town you're not allowed to go.
I'm there and I have free reign to do whatever I want. Punch a guard, I did it. Got away fine.
If you would be willing to take us there, of course I would be able to show you the way.
I'm going to insight check and just make sure that this isn't like... he seems like he's telling the truth about these things, but I just want to be 100% that it's not some kind of trap.
Yeah, make an insight check.
I can't assist that anyway, in that I've been. Yeah, no.
This is insight checks you basically can't assist on. You can
Yeah.
make a separate check if you wanted, but
15.
15? Okay. He appears to be a little tough to read. Overall has been fairly forthcoming based on everything that you know. You've vaguely
heard of dusk elves, but it's more so been like, and this is a weird thing to say, but for Drow, a ghost story, like a horror story of like these creatures that are almost like you, but just vicious and wanting to eliminate you because they see you as being the outcasts, and these are whereas you see them as being the outcasts.
Interesting. Okay.
They're pretty cool.
I realize it's hundreds of years. It's very hard to sum up, but is there anything else you can tell us about surviving in these lands that we might find useful?
For one, do not travel at night.
We've learned that one.
Like, I'd at least check his watch.
You making it this far, I assume you obviously had to at least follow that one symbol. Beyond that, and I realize I say this not exactly in the best situation, but do not trust anyone. Anything that you see can be flipped. Anything that you believe can be lies. The people here, most of them are not actual people, having lost their souls long ago.
We've met some of them. Unnerving creatures.
Unnerving humans. The vilest of all.
Beside yourself. Do you know anything of Arabelle? We heard she went missing up top.
Yes, about half of the Vistani at any given point are out searching the woods for her desperately. Luvash, the leader, his daughter, Arabelle, was taken or wandered away into the forest several days ago at this point. Nothing has been able to be found of her whereabouts. But the Vistani are very wary going around Vallaki, so they've only been able to make their way a little bit north, crossing across the road in the middle of the night, and camping to try and find something the following day.
Did anybody pass through the camp before she disappeared?
No, visitors to the camp have not come in a very long time. The only people who actively come and go are the Vistani themselves.
Good to know.
We are a little far into the woods for your typical Vallaki fare to make their way.
We've heard that the Vallaki are not particularly welcoming to the Vistani. Have you ever been to Vallaki?
They cower within their walls, believing that they keep them safe.
They're not safe.
Nope.
Safe in these lands.
We say that as impartial people.
Nothing is safe in these lands. These Vistani are safe because they have made a deal.
Is that the deal where they give up your women to Strahd?
One of them.
Oh, they're bastards too.
What's the other?
Everyone's bastards.
And he just kind of looks around a little bit.
These are free Roman bastards.
It is not something that we can discuss here.
I see. I look
Perhaps on the road.
I look forward to that discussion at a later date.
Casimir, we are searching for the Amber Temple, so we'd be happy to help your group there. You seem very knowledgeable of the lands of Barovia. Have you by any chance know the whereabouts of the Gulthias tree?
Gulthias tree?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I have not heard of this before.
No worries, just figured like checking.
Are you at all familiar with Van Richten's tower?
Van Richten's tower?
Yes.
This is not a name I've heard of before, but there is a tower long abandoned at the peak of Mount Baratok. It is one of the only things that would really be called a tower in these areas.
Interesting.
And that's where the Amber Temple is.
Well, the Amber Temple is further west.
Oh, sorry, on the mountain though.
On a mountain?
No.
I don't believe so.
Oh, fuck.
Don't make us look dumb in front of the cool elf.
Sorry.
It has been a moment. I must
Fair talk.
remember.
She's already a racist.
Remembering. Still
beach
remembering.
ball apple screen.
Remembering.
I will take that.
Yeah, practice rolls. Now you give me an 18. Fuck.
I don't know what that was from.
I was trying to do like an old western, like.
Oh, I get.
Right.
Your hand is like going purple. Is it okay?
Is it
My
tight?
hand is fine.
It looks very dark
It's
than the other one.
fine.
Am I the only one?
It does look a little darker than the
Yeah,
other
but
one.
it's because I've had this on all day.
Yeah.
Like,
That could
it's
do it,
fine.
yeah.
As long as she's still like, as long as it's not tingling, you've got blood flow, you're okay.
Okay, that's what I was worried about. I'm like, you might
Oh
want
my
to
gosh.
loosen that thing.
Yeah.
No, it's really loose. Like
Gonna
it's
have
not.
your fist pop out like an action figure.
This kills me because the resolution on this thing is so bad I can't even see the lettering.
Oh.
Oh, the map.
Yeah, the resolution on the map is so bad that I can't even see the lettering.
Oh,
where it
somebody else has got
I
the map
think we
open.
got someone on the case.
is. Yeah. No, your map doesn't actually show it. That's my issue.
Oh.
Oh.
Well
Yeah,
done.
because
Well.
our
Make
map is
sure-
like the dinky one that we've
Yeah.
got with the things that
No,
we
I'm
know
on, like,
about.
shit,
Derp
okay.
derp
The basic baby map.
Yeah,
Basic-
basic the
basic
BDs.
baby map.
The like beginning of the Hobbit, like broad strokes map.
Team
Thanks,
name,
Tolkien.
basic babies.
Basic babies. I don't like that.
Hey, we are the basic babies.
That should be our group
Bebe.
name.
It's not our
Bebe.
Alright,
How about sword daddies?
Ah, with a basic.
Oh, daddy.
I don't hate sword daddies.
That is alright.
What's a daddy?
Let
I
it be.
don't have.
I'm a
Well,
daddy.
I mean, a lot of us are in leather armor. We could be the leather daddies.
The leather daddies.
It's alright. I'm trying to think, like, imagine
Oh,
if
heck.
we're like, you know, Spice Girls, but we're just different types of daddy.
Spice daddies?
If you wanna be my daddy.
You gotta get with my friends?
I didn't finish it.
That's the wrong kind of daddy.
You gotta get punked by the
No,
sword.
that's the right kind of daddy.
I'm gonna go back to my phone.
If you want to go, if you want to be my daddy,
Researching which kind of daddy
you
you
gotta
want to
get
be.
with
so
Dicecream
there's-
No, just checking.
Sandwich.
That's right. You gotta get with my
Okay,
D20.
found it.
Dark
Yeah.
Daddy, Horn Daddy, Big Daddy. I'm working on you.
No worries.
Wet Daddy, Sneaky Daddy.
Sneaky daddy. I like
I like
it.
that I'm horn
White
daddy.
daddy
Oh, no, you're
and
horn
what?
daddy.
Daddy.
I'm
Dark
Dark
daddy?
daddy.
Doesn't know yet.
Short
Oh, yeah.
version.
Hat daddy.
Oh,
Doctor
The
daddy.
Amber Temple is far to
Daddy
the
doctor.
southwest, actually due south from Mount Baratok. Looking at least several days travel along a very disused road.
Fair enough. I just
Maybe.
figured I'd check, we could do two at
It
once.
is not a journey for the faint of heart, and not one that I would recommend straying too far from the road.
Maybe worthwhile to get our cart before we do that.
Would it be helpful to bring a cart? Or should we travel
You
light on
would
foot?
need to.
Yes, okay.
Traveling on foot, it would take you weeks, if not months. You need horses, caravan of some kind, provisions,
Sorry, I'm like.
bedding, everything that you would require.
We can get anything we need
There's
to
this
Vallaki.
thing worked in
Perhaps we'll arrange time for us to meet.
I'm
We've
curious about
heard
Arrow.
tell of a mad mage who once challenged Strahd and almost defeated him.
Going through that.
You've been around for a long time. Have you heard this legend or even
I've heard
around?
of the legend that a mage came from the prime material, raised an assault on Strahd in his castle, and fell. I believe the legend was that he fell from a waterfall and died on impact, as far as I know.
Hey, water.
We've heard that as well. We heard he was a
Do that.
mage who could channel the power of lightning.
He was, to our understanding, an incredibly powerful one that, for the first time in a long time, actually put a real challenge towards Strahd. But the challenge was snuffed when he went over. No one ever found the body. We assume it is buried at the bottom of whatever water area he fought this battle.
Are there many waterfalls in Barovia?
There are two major ones. One on Lake Zarovich, and then the other is a waterfall on Lake Baratok. Do you have any other questions for me? I assume obviously we will not be leaving today, but
No, we'll have to make arrangements.
I can send word. If you just need
you can send word.
got this cool thing I can do. We can give you what, 12 days notice.
A day's notice is more than enough. You see, most of my belongings are right here in front of you.
Are there just the three of you? Are there more?
The three of us reside in this chamber. There are three of us per house, and then the guard out front rotates in shifts. There will be a total of 18 of us.
18. And will the Vistani care that you're leaving with us?
Not all of us can leave.
I see.
This is something that I must do alone. And you can see that the other two at this point kind of like interrupt him, and Elvin just kind of, no, you can't. And I have to do this. I have to do this for my sister.
Fucking Sasuke.
I realize you have your own reasons, but I do thank you for your kind offer. It's more than many have shown us in this land.
If you are to have a hope of bringing down Strahd, whatever weapon against him is present in the Ember Temple, you will need it. If I can show you the way there, allow my people to return home, give us an actual life, I have to do this.
I completely understand. Thank you for all of your information. Like Leaf here said, we can send word, a day's word, and you can meet us out of sight of the town of Vallaki. Or we can come here.
Need you to get me from here.
I understand.
Attempting to walk into the woods alone, not only could I succumb to the creatures, but if the Vistani saw me leaving alone, they may look to cement their power over the rest of our people.
You think they would do that to you?
They did it to half of us already. You can see that a couple of tears are starting to form in his eyes.
Oh no!
Oh, Myers.
Insight check?
What
Yeah,
the bastard?
17.
Hell of an actor.
Yeah.
Seems to be pretty honest.
Okay. Leaf is like, usually she's very expressionless, but hearing that the Vistani have like given away people that are like close to her people and just sacrificed them to Strahd for their own safety, she's like visibly angry.
They're taking note.
At least about to shoot some arrows into some people.
I appreciate you letting us know that we cannot trust the Vistani.
I wish it were the case, but with the deals that they have made, none of them can be trusted.
We did meet a woman named Madame Eva who gave us information about where we could find tools against Strahd. I will say of all of them, she seemed like she meant the best.
She was a Vistani.
She was a card reader with the Vistani. Outside Barovia.
Oh, not in these lands.
Not in these lands.
That may be a different story. The ones here, they are ruthless. Outside of these lands, I have not met other Vistani, but the people themselves, I must assume, as is the case with all races.
So it's just this camp that you know of that has made the bargain with Strahd.
That is our understanding. When you look around, and all of them are kind of nodding in agreement.
Noted.
Good to know. Elif, maybe we should.
One word of caution. There have been travelers that have come through for a long time. Every time some do, the Vistani make promises of allowing them to escape through the fog. And they will give you a potion. You'll drink this potion. And they will tell you that it will allow you to escape. And if you believe it, you'll go into the fog. And no one sees you on our side again. But no one knows if you got out the other side.
Sit
We
down.
have heard word that these are fake.
The potions.
They will most likely try and extort a massive amount of gold from you, and for a way to try and leave, claiming this will do the trick. And they will lead you to somewhere you can escape. You will vanish into the fog and never be seen again.
We did already encounter one of, well, a dead end with a particularly nasty trap set up in it on the way here.
If it is on the way here, that is within Barovia. I am referring to the edges of our lands.
I see.
Taking you north,
when we
taking
leave.
you south.
I see.
Eventually following your way back out through the final fog, the end of this world.
So we can't trust the Vistani to get us out.
Not even in the slightest.
Not these ones.
So all the rumors of travelers being taken out back into the world by the Vistani are just those people being given to Strahd. Or
There are those
Disappearing.
people who, to the ones who believe the stories, went into the fog and made it out the other side. To
trusting.
the words that we have heard, the laughter that we have heard, met their demises inside the fog.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Hard cut to you guys just buying all these potions. We can leave!
Alith, we should perhaps find the others.
Yeah, I
Perhaps
think
we
it's
should
time to...
send Rick and we can slip away, rather than
Good
going
idea.
back to the camp.
Alright, so at this point we're going to jump to you three. And when we do that,
Holy fuck, you guys.
Okay, so
Revolution
info.
101.
Are we doing this Arabelle shit or not?
I want to do the Arabelle.
We are? I thought we just found other pieces of shit.
Well, we can do both.
Ah, fair
Yeah,
enough.
we
So-
can do all the things.
stepping inside, going into one of the dice games, you see that there are two Vistani sitting in here, essentially just playing dice against each other, and no gold is on the table. But as you kind of listen in a little bit, they appear to be bartering for goods, for food, for drink, for chores, for different work that needs to be done around the camp.
10 weapons.
And you would imagine and kind of realize, based on the fact that they aren't allowed into Vallaki, coin is probably not of much use to them, except for the rare occasion when they go in. So bartering coin between each other, kind of useless. But bartering for a day off, that's a real treat. So, stepping inside, you see that they are a little bit cut, a little rosy cheeked. And it's just two men sitting at the table playing dice against each other, and they kind of whip around and look at you and see your complexion and see the bald head and just kind of, this is kind of an interesting one.
Hi, gentlemen. Would you allow us to join you in a game of dice?
Oh, please, of course, come sit down.
And he gestures and allows one of the chairs to be pulled out.
Can
Kind of
I-
looks over at you two.
Yeah, can I
coming in
take down my
behind,
hood?
And just kind of,
Friends, well-wishers, trusted allies, I am Les Paul of the Triton race, also the drinking champion of Vallaki.
We're gonna die.
You are humbled by my presence,
hope they're
I
all
know.
right up.
Don't stay up first. How are you all doing? What are you playing today?
That is a lot of words, very quickly. Drinking champion of Vallaki.
That's right,
Less pull.
that's the one.
Less pull.
Yes.
Let's pull.
Let's pull. More pull. Let's
The
pull.
game that we are playing, it is Liar's Dice. I assume you played before.
No, but I'm about to learn.
I have not played it either.
yeah?
Can you please explain the
Right.
rules?
Of course.
Kevin knows how to play
Yeah,
lots.
y'all know how to play.
Yeah,
so
we
this
played
is
in
the same game that was being
Pokemon.
played at the festival. It's one of the only dice games that really is. It's
Right.
just the same 5 dice into a cup.
It's the one
upside
that
down,
sounds
and
great
it's
on
the
the camera.
Yeah.
yeah, it's shaking.
Oh, the one that I did not know how to do.
Exactly. It's the one that you didn't know how to do. The one that you kind of understood for the most part.
I understood, but everyone was just playing weird.
Yeah, everyone was playing very strange. So,
Yeah, which dice do we need to play with?
so it's
Sixes.
5d6s.
I've got more. I've
I've
got
got-
extras.
I think I've got. Hang on, I've got my.
I've got an extra here.
Thank
you.
Okay.
Well,
So do we-
you're not from our lands, so what is it you're wagering?
What kind of things do you usually barter for?
Well, we barter for chores, for drink, for food, any kind of interesting finery that comes around. But,
These guys are gonna
well,
make this for
you're not with us, so chores do you do? I don't know if you have any good drink on you.
Sadly, not.
So finery it is. Jewelry, gems of some kind.
I don't.
all of these.
I got.
I think we're all good.
I don't believe I've ever. I own those. I've never done a gamble.
Never done a gamble.
There it is.
There it is.
This is a perfect place for you to check.
Oh boy.
Just fantastic. Alright, so here's the thing. Since we are the ones running the table, we put in something of equivalent value, and you decide if you would like to match your bet or increase it.
So,
And they pull out 2 very fine casks. You actually recognize these as prime material, plain bottles of wine. These are not from the lands of Barovia.
Dang, homie.
Yeah.
Very fine wine. We're talking 75 gold pieces a bottle. And each of them pull out a single bottle and put it on the table.
I love the $75 bottle of wine that we had.
I'm gonna judge by the look on your faces that you have never seen a Triton before.
I can't say that we have.
Wonderful. Then you would not know that Tritons are some of the oldest and most renowned killers of demons, monsters, all that ilk. And what I have to put in this pot, and I take out of all of our sort of our items that we have personally. Do we have our own bags for them?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So into my bag and pull out one of the iron spikes that we got in that huge item pile up when he sold the deed. That we all got rationed different things.
Okay.
Like we got like a poison vial, an acid vial, a grappling hook. We got like a bunch of iron spikes.
Yeah.
So I take out one of the iron spikes and say, "These are rare demon-killing spikes,
Oh my god.
forged deep in Barovia, made by dipping in holy oil. One hit and they will."
Make a deception check.
Kevin gets
Don't
stabbed
fuck
at
me,
the
Arnie.
table.
He fucked you?
Middling.
Gently
Middle fucking.
lucked me
And
with a
Jen-
chainsaw.
It was just a soak.
Is the bless still on me?
No.
No.
That's for me.
Sorry, dude. Somewhere
Sorry.
off in the distance, Leaf casually casts bless.
It's 11.
11? It just kind of stares at it.
That's a fucking iron spike, mate. We buy those all the time.
Look outside the tents just being held down.
Well, it looks like you passed the Triton test of cunning. And I just chuck it behind me.
And he just kind of like, they look at each other a little bit, and then just kind of look back at you and just kind of.
I would like to pull out the carnelian stone that
Okay.
I have.
Yep.
And
Name.
That's a little bit nicer. What's that worth there?
So,
I don't know. It's a
Carnelian?
stone. Yeah, carnelian stone.
Yeah, it was worth a number of gold pieces.
No.
Yeah.
Did you tell me that?
Yeah. All the stones are worth a set amount of gold.
I think it was. I want to say it was really high.
Good fishing.
It was.
It was like real high.
I'm
do you
sorry.
want me to look it up?
No, I got it. 50 gold pieces.
Was it? No, it was way more than
A
that.
black leather eye patch with a carnelian worth 50
Yeah,
gold
that.
pieces.
Okay,
something
cool.
about.
Okay, cool, that one. I would like that one.
Okay, so are you trying to bluff and say that it's worth 75?
Sure.
Okay, then roll a deception check.
I almost rolled a 6. Oh my god. 17.
17? Okay. You just kind of look at it and go,
That's a pretty nice piece. That's about 50 gold.
and put it down.
Oh, these guys are.
Um,
Gang, you're getting Antique Roadshow, don't you?
I will also pull out a gold ring and add that.
Oh, well, put you over a little bit. Alright.
They kind of reach around behind.
Coin okay for the difference?
Yes, but I have no interest in this wine.
What is it you're looking for then, love?
Surprise me, something else. I don't drink.
You see them rummage around a little bit and eventually pull out.
Oh, there's like no power over me.
Oh!
Being straight edge, guys.
You
this
just
far.
secret doored an item.
Yes.
What kind of item is about to appear?
He unrolls a carpet.
And they just kind of look back and just kind of.
It's about 100 gold pieces. You double that. You win. You get this.
And they pull out a very interesting square cut, kind of green and brown gem. And allow you to handle it if you like. I'll get you to go ahead and make a
I gotta pee. I'll be back.
Go pee. I believe in you.
Intelligence check on this.
Can I assist in any
You
way?
need to get the whole team in, so just get one person roll.
Is it likely that it's familiar to me? And
To you, no, it's
Oh.
not.
no.
This is specifically for you of having
Big
some
bets.
knowledge on gems and seeing what you see.
Pretty stoked we got to tell no. That's it's like this.
What did you say?
Intelligence.
Intelligence?
Straight
Oh, straight
intelligence.
intelligence.
I needed
7.
this.
7? Okay. Looking at this, it's a gem.
It's a green gem.
Green and brown.
Green and
It's-
brown gem.
Holding it up a little bit, you are used to the way that gem hues work. And kind of crossing it over and looking for the hue and the cut stonework inside, none of it's there. This is a crystal clear, straight through gem. And then turning it at just the right angle, you catch a bit of a flash of magic energy inside the gem. You don't know what it is, but there appears to be something within this that is magical in some way.
I have this,
Mazel
which is a little unusual. I don't know whether it's quite something you'd want.
Pull it out then.
I have the Strahd ventriloquist doll still.
He got slipped. Hello.
And you just kind of pull this out and you just kind of look at it and
Looks
just go,
great. We're really running. Oh,
oh, fuck, is that one of Linsky's?
It
What a fucked up man he is.
it is.
what up?
Nah, it's not worth anything in this game. We're looking for real items here.
I mean, it's a real doll.
It's not a real doll though.
I caught that.
Yo,
It's a real voodoo
we
doll.
gotta put some real dolls coming.
Take the iron spike and like stab the Strahd doll.
It's ring. We can go one-on-one if you like.
Alright. So
He
it's.
just kind of gestures and gets the other guy to shuffle off to the side. You see him kind of bicker a little. He just fuck off and shoves him right out of the chair.
Is there a
and
1-on-1?
sits down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Stop.
they did
It's
one
probably
on.
this guy.
Alright, so
I offered
You
a
got
Strahd.
this. You got this. You got this.
So I believe you got proficiency with
I
dice.
do.
So what this will be is that once you
Reroll.
roll, you get to reroll one die. Okay? So keep this hidden. I can't see over my laptop. You can't see over my laptop.
This is exciting.
Oh my god, the tension.
I'm so sorry. I've got 2 cocked dice.
I can't see anything.
No, okay. So I'm. Those were the 2 that were cocked, and then I'm going to now reroll.
Here we go for all the
marbles
for a
in
cool,
Vallaki.
for a cool
I know.
green thing.
I want the fancy gem. She at least wants to find a fancy bow thing.
We've been
You know what, guys?
rewatching Buff.
We got the better deal. We got information.
Ladies
Oh,
first,
Lord.
of course.
1
There's
3.
no pricing.
1-4.
2 4s.
3 3s.
2 6s.
Wait, can you insight check any of these?
You're not that good. Liar. You have 2 6s?
I do.
Oh!
You just kinda,
100 years upon the day.
and he debates just grabbing the gem and throwing it at you, and then just kind of, no. Alright. Real careful now. He
It's a
hands it
trap.
over to you.
What
Your
is
soul
it?
takes the gem.
So you don't know currently.
I'm asking him,
Oh.
not you.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's well, we were told by
just
a person who graciously donated to us.
After a very exciting game of dice, I'm sure.
Yes, of course. Break in case of emergency.
Oh.
Okay.
It resets the campaign.
Can I insight check him? I'm in the room.
Go for it.
Oh, thank God.
Wes grabs it.
I need a. Is there any mechanical?
There's an emergency.
Sorry.
Ooh. 17.
17. Seems to be being pretty honest.
magic grenade.
Holy grenade.
You had to roll though. I'm not so sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's a shame.
And he kind of like reaches in behind him and starts grabbing just little bits of like scrap meat and pours himself a new cask of ale.
Did you have any other items akin to that?
Double or nothing. I'm not even there.
They have money.
Leaf's licking his
Lots
gums
of
at the
money.
opportunity to
Don't
gamble.
tell them that they have lots of money. Okay, not there. Sorry.
We have no real need for money. What are we going to spend it on? Items are interesting. You presented some nice jewels. We gave you a nice gem in return. I think we'll cut our losses at this point.
That's too bad.
What are you doing here? I assume it's not just for gambling. You can do that in fucking Vallaki.
Are you one of the Vistani?
What do you think I can myself?
I'm just wondering. I was curious.
It's
You will,
Strahd!
eventually. You need to figure out what it is
Just
first.
stabbing.
Oh, right. Well, I want to write. What do I write down? Just like brown and.
Gem. Break in case of
Gem.
emergency.
Truly,
Okay.
truly
Emergency
outrageous.
Shrines are people of the world. We don't assume anything until people have spoken first.
It's pretty safe to make an assumption when you look at two people who look as we do, and you've seen other people like us, you know the name of stuff. We're
What?
pretty similar.
What are your names?
Our names? Fuck and off.
Oh! I think we're getting smoked.
I will.
You haven't told me what you're doing here yet.
We're looking for information.
We are not from this area, and we wish to find out more.
You're joking.
Ask about Arabelle,
Really?
I backhand him.
You get attacked.
Yes!
Well, alright.
That's a 2.
That's
Plus
a two.
3? No, plus.
You
That's
limp
just
wristed
Strength
him.
Yeah.
Plus proficiency.
So,
So
6,
plus
7, 8.
6. So eight total. You kind of go for the swing, and he's kind of laughing at all of this and kind of ducks his head a little, and you expect his head
What a
not to
bit.
move, and you just whoosh right over the top of his head, and he kind of just sits back up and hasn't even really noticed that
Nice.
you actually made the
That's
attack.
you
I-
getting off easy
I will
on
grab-
this one.
Les's arm.
Yeah, let him
Less.
laugh at you.
I will have
Calm
his
down.
other arm, like how we discussed
She's
earlier.
just did it like a Buster
And he's
Keaton.
just kind of like, and just spits up a nice big hunk onto the ground, just into the wagon, not caring.
Classic.
Ooh, gross.
That's your classic.
So
Oh,
we
oh,
told
no,
you
no.
what we were doing here.
We'll gather information. What does that tell me?
That we are not from this area, and that we wish to find out more. We want to find out what's going on throughout these lands.
What's going on throughout these lands?
We just
We
left.
heard-
We just left Vallaki, and we are looking to gather information on Strahd. You know, the big fanged fucker everyone hates.
Fucking nerd.
Yeah, we know the one. We're looking for information on Strahd.
You see
Can
the both of
we
them kind of
insight
sit up a
check to
little bit.
see
Why
how
do you want
they,
to know?
what way
You
they
see that they
question?
kind of instinctively sit
Oh,
up a little
yeah,
taller
Can-
and cross their arms in front of them.
Can I?
Just lock the door.
Does that
Get
did that
over here.
like change in stance indicate that they?
Are they defensive?
Yeah.
Or
Are they defensive about that or?
Pretty clearly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got
We
a
heard
hard
the
on
name-
for the
we name-
vampire friend, do
They
you?
went
Les.
from laughing, drunken, rosy cheek to sitting up, and just
Les.
kind of straight face,
We-
arms crossed.
We heard the name Arabelle earlier. What's going on with that?
Is Strahd involved with that? Because we wish to help.
She's Lubash's daughter. You want to help? I suggest you ask him.
Where can we find Luvash?
Senator, often carrying a whip.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank
that
you.
guy.
We've been
whipster.
acquainted then. Thank you.
Thank you
The
for your
whipster.
time.
Next time I'm through, I'll bring something exciting to trade in an exciting game of dice.
These guys really hate us.
See you in your dreams, fucker.
Walks out.
What's your
Yeah.
armor class?
17.
Okay. You do that, and as you turn, kind of smiling to yourself, you just feel a whack as a fist impacts against the side of your head, and you take 2 points of
Riposte.
damage. That's if they miss.
Oh, really? Oh, right.
Yeah. So you just feel the impact of this fist against you, and it's just a bare-knuckled fist against the side of your face, and you can see there's a little bit of blood that comes out, but the expression is deadpan, and then immediately just puts the fist up against the side of his arm and just kind of holds it there.
Go slowly turn back.
Les.
We are not going to get into this. We are sorry for what our friend said, but you do not wish to fight with us.
I'll save the blood for your true master, and then walk out.
We're getting beat up on the way out of town.
Well, we're not.
Thank you.
Oh,
for the
shit,
info.
actually.
Yeah, we
These
already
guys rolled
decided
up,
to
I'm like,
send
I'm not with
Rick
them.
to
Yeah.
grab them.
And they're just silent at this point, just staring,
We're
watching you.
kicking less.
As we're a little bit further, Les, we need to be very, very careful how we're acting around here. We cannot trust anyone, and we need to be very, very careful. Please.
Any friend of Strahd is a dead man in my eyes.
Yeah, but we also don't want to anger a friend of Strahd.
Also, like, I'm not trying to. You wouldn't know this now. Like, you wouldn't have heard any of this conversation about the Vistani. We have no.
Yeah,
We have no reason to suspect that the Vistani are allied with Strahd.
No, but just the way I'm
They
going
got
this
super
off of this
defensive.
interaction. I said
Yeah,
Strahd. They
with
went,
him
"What are you
seeming
talking
getting
about?" And I'm
defensive,
literally
we
going
did.
off of them reacting to what I'm saying.
At this point, Hope, you would feel the slight pressure on your shoulder that you're kind of used to, and just kind of jump a little, and then you start to hear the infernal whispering in your ear. What would Rick say?
Meet us downstairs.
Okay.
It looks like Rick joined us once again. The doctor would like us to meet with them. I think. It's not. They're not in danger. They're not in danger, are
It's
they?
not
Rick?
urgent.
Can I? Is Rick still with me? I assume, and so I'm just turning. I'm like,
They're not in danger, are they?
And you just kind of like,
Okay. Thanks, Rick.
I love Rick.
can I kind of give Rick like almost like a little pat on the head to see how he reacts?
make.
He's invisible.
Yeah, that's the thing. Make an intelligence check of where you think his head is.
Uh-oh.
Someone should touch some Rick butt.
Oh,
Slap
it's cocked.
Slapping Rick's
Yeah.
hand. Rick, is that a tail?
Intelligence. That's a 7.
It's a 7? Okay. Let's see how quick Rick is.
Statistics aren't great.
Okay, so you kind of like reach up and you think you know exactly where his head is, and you go to pat and you hit one of the horns and you just kind of close, but not. Yeah, you can feel him at that point. He's just kind of like laughing a little bit,
Thank you.
and then just looking over.
Rick's
They're
a
not.
physical
They're not in
property.
danger. It's not urgent, but
Should we go and speak with Luvash further about Arabelle? I think that
Wonder what time it is right now.
that's still another clue from
Standing here for the
it
Octavio.
is. That is true, and perhaps considering that interaction, it would be wise to see if the leader would take more kindly to us.
I mean, he was carrying a whip quite
Yes.
aggressively.
Rick,
so
are you listening to this?
Yeah, bro, what's that?
I think we are going to make a quick stop to talk in with Luvash, the leader of the Vistani. Would you mind passing that on to the doctor?
And he passes it on to you.
They're gonna go talk to King Whippy upstairs.
Maybe tell him, make it quick, and we'll meet them. We should try and slip out as unseen as possible from this camp.
Yeah, we want to get back to Vallaki before it gets dark.
Yes. I'll pass that along. That we want to get back to Vallaki before
what
dark.
time is it?
At this point, you've been in there for just shy of an hour. It's closing in on 4 o'clock.
Okay, so we got time.
Yeah, you still got a fair bit of light out. You know
Daylight
that
savings
now
time?
that you know the right way back, it'd probably take you the better part of an hour and a half to get there.
Okay, so not so bad.
So you got probably about 2 hours or so to get back in before night falls, when they don't allow anyone in after night.
Okay.
Yeah, they wanted us to be mindful of nightfall, but They didn't really want us to be.
Got time.
We've got to let them know that these people are clearly in league with Strahd. They
I don't
probably
think we
have
should be
no
saying these
idea.
things
I
out
think
loud.
that less quiet and mindful.
No, we're walking out. Like we're not in the tent anymore. We're like on the way
We're
out.
surrounded by Vistani.
Yeah, but we're not like.
All
blah,
you
blah, blah,
are
blah.
not whispering. That's when the word.
I'm in-game whispering.
Holy
Okay.
I do not need to
love
whisper in a
Wes.
make-believe game.
Wes is my
I
favorite.
can
The whole
whisper
point
and
is
not
make believe.
be quiet so
Wes.
that people cannot hear me.
Okay, well, I think we should go
I
and
think they
speak
didn't
with-
quite. I think they wanted us to be as quick as we possibly can. Rick,
Do we bother following up with the Arabelle?
I think perhaps we could, but I also think maybe if we want to return to this camp again, perhaps we should, considering
Could always get them always a favor. Favors are valuable in these parts.
that they are. We could at least offer our services.
That's right.
Okay.
Whether we then actually.
Should we maybe just connect with our party and then we can discuss? I think they may have found information out that they would like to pass on to us.
Rick, again.
Yeah, what's that?
You're hearing all this. Can you communicate to the doctor? Perhaps you'd like to do that. You'd like to do that. The doctor would like to do that thing where he can see from your eyes whilst we go speak.
Yeah, okay, buddy, no problem.
Oh my gosh.
Do you think
Just
that?
tell them to come up. I think we should go and speak with the.
Yeah. Will you ask if you'll join us to speak with the leader?
Yes, man, but I don't know.
I can only ask.
Okay, I'm gonna poof back down.
I proved to myself.
Alright, they want us to come with them to talk to Lubesh?
What are we telling them? We're gonna get out of here or what?
I don't want to spend another minute in this camp.
I don't either, and I think that perhaps they should handle this perhaps on their own while we stay down here.
Well, if they can make it quick. But yeah, I'm not interested in providing any services for these people.
No, neither am I particularly, but sometimes the enemy of our enemy.
But we knew that they wanted, like, that the daughter was missing.
Right. Okay.
And
Yeah.
and what do you call it?
We
Rick
talked
came back
about
with that,
about trying to help with her search, I think, on the way up there.
Okay.
I'm assuming Rick overheard stuff.
Yeah, Rick would have overheard things.
Basically, I'm saying that we should all talk because you guys have wanted, like, that's what
I know. I'm just saying, like, Alith, you were not going to get her back in that camp,
That is
or
also
helping
Yeah,
the
no.
Vistani at this point. Like,
Okay,
And, like,
yeah, we're staying
Yeah,
down here.
we're staying down here, but I
You three
will.
are staying down.
Yeah.
You three are going
Yeah.
up to the middle.
I will stay.
Oh, well,
I will stay with you guys, watching through Rick's eyes.
No, but the whole point is like.
I know, but like
Yeah, that's what we're
metagaming,
saying.
like I know as a person, as a
No,
player,
I
that
know,
we should all
but-
talk. But
Like Allura's saying, like she wants to talk to you guys,
Calm
so
down.
she's like,
And-
"Hey, like
and
come
they
up, like
are-
let's commune and figure out what we're doing."
So you don't have a way of doing that, but you can hope to tell Rick to tell the doctor to do that.
That's what I was saying. Like
Okay.
like
Yeah, and
talk
that's
to
what
us.
That's what I
So
said
yeah,
to
so
them.
you three, the other three of you, Mark, you three, talk about what you're talking about.
So they're not going to come up and meet us. I think we should
I
just go
think
down
that's
and find them. We need to
We
need to coordinate. Like I think that they've probably figured something out. They wanted us to come down. Like let's just go meet them.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Right, Les, you okay with that?
Fine by
Old
me.
knuckle duster here's ready to roll.
Les, could you, whilst we're walking, can you take my hand? Because I don't think you should. I don't think you should try and hit anyone else on our way down.
I just like holding a hand, so I'm doing this out of my free will.
Okay. Da 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 da.
So following Rick kind of like shunting your head in certain directions, like pushing you where you need to go meet with them. You eventually make your way
Rick,
down
can
the
you
side.
be a little bit more gentle?
Nah, bro, it's fine.
Whack! He just punches you in the side of the head to really stop you.
Waka waka.
I will not allow you to ride on my horse again.
Aye.
Oh no! Love this guy.
Rick's got leverage.
Eventually, you do make your way
Fucking
down.
hell.
You see the three of them standing outside a more well-lit
home.
Actually, can I quickly just say, like, Rick doesn't understand Dwarvish, does he? Or Draconic?
He is not.
Okay, can I just, like, swear in one of those languages? Like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Fucking
In
imp.
which one? Dwarvish or Draconic?
I think Dwarvish. I think that would be fun.
Just kind of.
So I'm still seeing through Rick's eyes right now, right?
You are. Yeah.
Okay, I speak Dwarvish.
Oh.
So you would hear that and just kind of the two of you would just hear the doctor with his eyes like roll back in his head, just kind of.
Well, also that means you're the one who punched me.
No, he can't control Rick.
I just-
He can
Oh,
see him through
okay.
his eyes.
He's
Yeah.
riding shotgun.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out.
Yeah, he's
He's
riding.
in the sunken
Yeah, he's
place
riding.
of Rick.
He's the backseat driver.
Okay.
So, eventually making their way down, the six of you are reunited out front, and excuse me, you have the home of God, what was his name?
Casimir.
Thank you, Casimir. I lost my freaking
Oh,
place, man.
it's all good.
But yeah, you have the home of Casimir behind you, door closed, and you have the night air mostly to yourselves, except for the guards that are up front.
Guys, we 100% cannot talk about some of the things that have happened here right now in this place. But if you have anything else you'd like to discuss with anyone here, now might be a good time to discuss it.
Well, there might have been a little incident.
I always expect there to be.
So I think if we wanted to speak with this Vistani camp again, we might need to make amends.
I think perhaps if we need to speak to this Vistani camp again, now should be the time.
I agree. And it won't be me doing the speaking.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I'm not exactly the best talker amongst us.
Alright, if no one else is gonna do it.
Alith and I will wait
Can I
down
make
here.
a quick perception check to make sure that they weren't tailed coming down?
Make a perception check.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shit, I thought that dice game was gonna be it.
Can I assist? I feel like I would have been on edge and keeping an eye out for things.
But you guys are
Sure,
downstairs
make
while.
a separate check.
How would
Well,
you?
they're not
You would-
downstairs.
it'll
They're
be
just
more
like
so
down
you see
in the
them
village.
coming.
Oh. I
And
thought
you'll
downstairs.
you'll notice if anyone is immediately around them.
Right, okay.
11.
Would Rick have noticed anything on the way down?
Perception check, correct.
Sure.
15.
15. Okay.
Perception is plus what?
For Rick, I think it's plus 3.
Plus 3?
Well, it's for Rick, so it's not for you.
Yeah, it's for Rick. It's not me.
It's plus wisdom.
Oh, okay. So 18.
18. Okay. Looking around, doesn't appear to have had
Okay, cool.
anyone following.
Cool.
Doctor, why is it that you don't want to go talk on our behalf?
Too many people may be listening here, and as someone of my heritage, this may not be the best place for me to speak.
I'm gonna echo that sentiment.
I personally think we should try and get back to town before it gets dark. I know we have a little bit of time, but God knows we've been beset by things on the road before. The last time we wanted to be caught out after dark.
I agree, but I do think we need to talk to.
We found out that the gentleman with the whip in the center tent, that was the leader.
Okay.
But if you guys are uneasy, I think we should leave.
I don't know that it's that we're uneasy, so much as we should not be doing the speaking. Again, I will explain this in full when we return.
I'd like to hear it. Let's go.
When we do not have ears on us.
Let's go.
Do you not want to speak to Whippy?
Well,
I think that if
Doctor,
you guys are
you
uneasy, we
want
should head
us
out.
to speak with this person, but I still don't. I understand what you're inferring, but you often pass as not.
Okay, I will do it. Put my hat back on. I'm gonna pop on up there.
Hey, Doctor, just so you remember, you have the mask of many faces.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
So,
All right.
Make yourself.
Oh yeah. Fuck, I'm gonna be Gerard.
You're gonna be Gerard.
Oh, what?
Fuck.
Okay.
That was in character, just for the fucking reference.
Just reminding. Yeah.
Do you need a
If you
backup?
want, yeah. If you want to be another Vistani dude.
Fuck, I mean, it's been a minute. I'm gonna stay back and just be elite.
I want to come with you.
And be elite.
No, I'm just gonna be elite.
I think that's
I'm
what
not.
elite.
I'm
I thought you said you're gonna be elite. I'm like,
These people are brutes. If they find anything out, they will attack you. You
Watch
gotta
outside
back
the
up.
tent.
I will be your lookout.
Alright, so you're going by yourself.
I'm
Oh,
going
well, if you're
with
gonna
you.
Making your way up and following around, you're taking a slightly different route from what you've seen before. One thing does catch your eye as you're coming up, that one of the carts that you never made your way around to before, all the other ones that you've seen so far have been unlocked, doors ajar, or assorted noises coming from within, lights on. There is one cart that has no lights on it.
Oh.
And you see 2 large iron padlocks with chains across the front door.
I'm not gonna Gerard just yet. I'm still me with hat on. I want to go up to that one and just give a listen to the door, see if I can hear anything.
Okay, make a perception check.
Ooh. That's a 20.
It's a 20. No sounds.
Oh, okay.
Darn it, you.
No snores, no sounds of movement. Whatever this is, it appears to be cold, dark, empty.
Are you guys with me? Who's with me?
I was with you.
Yeah, so let's.
I would have gone up. I
Allura's
just,
with me.
because you guys weren't wanting to
Okay.
come in. I was like, let's just freaking go.
I'm gonna motion Allura over to the
Okay,
thing.
I'll join if we're going.
I would have
as a
waited at the
part.
bottom with the
Totally.
other drow.
I
So,
I don't like any
You're
probably being.
You're welcome to stay with me,
singular,
Hope.
So like,
Yeah, we can hang out down.
Bottom.
You can bam for like
Leave bottom.
Yeah, I'll stay bottom.
Okay, so you 3 are on the bottom, you 3 are at the top.
Yep.
Just
Okay.
hanging out with us.
So, gesturing over,
Cassie.
Yeah.
you see the 2 heavy iron padlocks, the chains across the door. Whatever this is, definitively a locked caravan.
Allura, what do you make of this?
It's a locked caravan, Doctor.
And you are reasonably proficient with that sort of thing?
Yeah. I also think that you mentioned how uneasy you are in this space.
Mm-hmm. I'm not uneasy taking from them.
That's valid. Can, like, how...
Point.
Yeah, all you have to do
Yeah,
is say
point
like, let's take stuff to the
taken.
rogue.
What, like, are we
Oh, well,
seeing
cousin,
what,
she-
can I take a kind of...
You haven't
I'll
seen
look
any
out.
of the Vistani
damn it,
outside
Jordan.
of either a caravan or that main tent since
And
you've
is the
been-
front,
No one's around.
the opening to the main tent...
Yeah,
So,
Just
imagine we've got a perfect circle, north, south, east, west.
Yep.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
From your view,
Oh, yeah.
right? The opening to the tent is kind of northwest. You guys are on the full eastern side.
Okay, so they're like
So
hella...
you're kind of like a good 70 degree or 130 degrees
'Kay.
away from the main entrance.
And there's no one outside. None of the caravans have windows or anything like that.
Are there any windows on this one?
There are no windows on
I
any
see
of the
nothing.
caravans.
Okay.
It's dark
Yeah.
out.
My perception check was a 6.
6. Doesn't appear to be anyone around. You're by yourselves.
Okay, cool.
Can I make a survival check to see if there's any tracks that are fresh around the area?
There's a ton of tracks.
But like they're all
There's
fresh.
there's been no so the thing with fresh really is that it's fresh is if someone has so recently passed by that other things have passed by on top. There is no definition between fresh and old here because
Gotcha.
there are
Just
just
start following
tracks.
around.
Okay.
It's essentially just a big circle.
Alright, I will try
Would
to
you
pick the,
do the honors,
the,
Allura?
first lock.
Try to pick first lock.
Yeah.
Okay, go and make a lockpick check. So
God damn it.
There's a bunch of
So
bloodless
it's my
bodies.
roll plus proficiency, right?
rolls
Bound
plus
it up.
proficiency plus dexterity.
Because I'm mad at him. I'm not stealing.
Okay.
So plus 6.
So that will be 22.
22. Okay. The lock springs open, and you kind of expecting this. You know, you hit a couple of the tumblers, and you eventually get to that point. And then, as you do, a series of razor-sharp needles flash out from the sides of it and piercing your skin. You take 1 point of piercing damage,
Okay.
and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, fuck.
Just
Oh, no. 9.
9. Okay. So you take 12 points of poison damage.
Wait, what was my point? I was at 22 or 28?
I gave you 10.
Oh, so it would have been at 32. 32 minus how many points?
13, so you're at 19.
Doesn't do
I'm
anything.
at 19.
You're at 19.
I lost how many points?
13. So one
okay.
for the pierce of the needles and 12 for the poison.
Alright, cool.
In
That's
addition
cool.
to that,
Whatever.
you are poisoned for an hour.
Okay, cool.
So all of your attack rolls, all of your ability checks, all made at disadvantage.
Look at over
Your vision
there.
starts to go, and you feel this of poison begin to flow through as your veins start to just glow slightly green and black as a bit of it begins to enter into your bloodstream. The lock is open, the chains begin to fall away. And at this point, you just hear, "Hey, someone's breaking in!"
Oh shit.
And that's where we're going to end this week's
Oh god!
Ah!
Oh man, I knew I wanted to do something else whilst we were down there.
What did you
But
want to do?
I wanted to like telepathically communicate with my horse to come meet us in case we had to make a speedy getaway.
You could do that. Your horse is a good 20 to 30 minutes away. So
That happened when you were playing dice, right?
So, thank you so much, everybody, for watching.
Yeah.
We're gonna pick things up there next week as
we
the
get-
alarm has been
Looks like
raised,
we're getting whipped next week.
and we'll see exactly how this one plays out. I'm excited.
Can't wait to fight these fucks.
Yeah. All right. Perfect. Thanks, everybody.
I do not
We will
think we
see
should
you
stay to
next
fight
Tuesday,
people.
same
No,
time,
there's
same place.
should
way.
run.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We can
I'm
handle these guys.
I'm
run.
down.